Hey, look. Labels blowing up my line and got me missing calls. Told her you ain't gotta hit me till you licking. Feel like ZVF, baby, I be cooler than the mink weather. Make a Coke bottle, give me brains till I think better. Back up on my again, hanging out with Benjamin. Franklin got me stankin' in the Lincoln, talking dividends. Look at what we did again.
Brother DMG the poet. Y'all know what it is. Before we get into our spiel, I gotta do my spiel. Let me say God bless to all my Christian brothers and sisters. Let me say Hotep to my Kemetic brothers and sisters. I want to say Shalom or Shalom to all my Israelite brothers and sisters. I want to say Assalamu Alaikum to all my brothers and sisters in the NOI. I want to say Islam to all my Moorish brothers and sisters. I want to say peace to all my brothers and sisters in the nation of gods and earth, them 5%ers. I want to say what's up to all my Rasta brothers and sisters. Salute to all my atheist brothers and sisters. What's up to all my Abo brothers and sisters. Big what up to all my Naga brothers and sisters. Last and certainly not least, I want to say Jambo to all the rest of my brothers and sisters all throughout the African diaspora, be it here in the wilderness of the United States of America or beyond. Y'all know I say that greeting for one reason and one reason only. It's because if you black, I'm with you. And I hope that you with me. Our different ideologies should not keep us from uniting. We can have unity without uniformity. And guess what, family? As hard as it may be, we can disagree without being disrespectfully disagreeable. With that being said, family, let's get into it. Welcome to Paradigm Shift TV 314. This is your brother DMG the poet, aka Brother Pianki. And unfortunately, I gotta come before y'all with this particular Aftermath show to just clear up a few things. We're just gonna clear up a few things. See, for some reason, we got a few people who still sort of riding the wave of this Cedric victory over the great Mandinka Mali. And I'm calling him the great Mandinka Mali because I still believe the brother has contributed greatly to the community. I think the Lions Den has produced some of our greater personalities in the community. And I'm going to stand on that, including Mandinka himself. Now, with that being said, with that out the way, we got the pleasantries out of the way, as one would say, so to speak. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this situation. So, I got people like Black Jesus Minister, of all people. We talking about my man's rigging debate tournaments. Like, I mean, you know, a debate tournament was won, and my man said, nah, I'm overruling it. And went ahead and judged it himself so his winner could win the tournament. He did it not once, but twice. Made it so our sister, Christine Nick, could win the tournament. I got him inboxing me talking about JJ won the debate. And then JJ goes on his platform. Goes on, the very person now who inboxed me and said JJ won on my platform and that my judges didn't know what they was doing. My man JJ went over there and lost.
Now, I don't know what you call that. I don't know if it's ironic, if I need to be playing Alanis Morissette from back in the day. I'm showing my age, but I don't know what you call that. Homie, inbox me to check me about how my people judged the debate because he thought his man won. His man goes to his platform and loses. Like you can't make this up, right? So I'm hearing a lot of people who I have respect for talk about this man beat Cedric. Now, again, it didn't matter to me who won and who lost. Shout out to my man Domo and the Queen Juju in the building. It didn't matter to me who won or who lost. It was a good look for the platform. That's why I capitulated with the format that we ended up having. For those who, y'all know what it is, the Versus series has a set format. You have a 10-minute presentation round and a 10-minute rebuttal round. At your leisure, you can continue rebuilding or building upon your presentation in your rebuttal round because it's your time. You do what you want to with it. But each person has 2 10-minute rounds to put their information forth and however they see fit to do so. Then it's a 10-minute Q&A. I call it the chin check session because that's where it get heated. That's where people get flustered. That's where things tend to make or break these debates, so to speak. But it's 10 minutes for each individual. That's 20 minutes for each individual. And then 2 10-minute Q&As. They have 10 minutes to ask as many questions as they can to their opponent. If it gets stagnant, they can ask for their time to be stopped up to 3 times. If it continues to get stagnant, whoever the moderator is can then jump in and move things along. But if y'all familiar with what we do over here, y'all know what it is. But I capitulated. Shout out to Big Hemi, the Barbarian in the building. I capitulated. Shout out to Cedric Ortega, the Pseudo Slayer in the building. I capitulated to JJ because JJ wanted a 10-minute opening. A damn 10-minute opening. So his opening was the length of our Q&A. Yeah, you follow me. His opening is the length of our Q&A. But I capitulated because I wanted my man Cedric to come on over into the Versus series. I wanted him to go ahead and get this debate over with so I can move him on to bigger and better things. I'm reaching out to the street apologist, Vocab Malone. I'm gonna set that thing up, and I believe those brothers gonna have another banger debate. You know what I mean? And I got some other high level individuals in mind for that brother to have some powerful dialogues and debates with. That being said, capitulated. 10-minute opening. Then he said, I want 3 20-minute rounds. And for those who watched the debate, y'all saw my man looked in the screen, he was sweating, dripping, and these 20-minute rounds. So even he realized that this was probably not the best move, but it was too late. He was in the thick of it. So when he's sending me videos of people, again, who I respect, talking about they think he washed Cedric when anybody can see that you got Chat GPT all over the screen. Like you ain't even my guy. Like salute to you. But you didn't even edit out the joint. Like you did. Everybody hitting me up like that's it. They just got Chat GPT up there, and I can't defend you. What am I supposed to say? But that's like this y'all king. This who y'all think won the debate? Chat GPT scholarship. And again, it don't make me no difference. But I'm just saying, when you start to question my platform integrity, I gotta respond. When you say stuff like Cedric know where to go to debate as if this was supposed to be some kind of setup or this is a lesser platform, I gotta respond. Because to me, an individual of Cedric's pedigree saying I want to do it on Paradigm Shift was the ultimate compliment to my platform. Somebody who actually puts his brain where his mouth is, so to speak. He don't just talk about science. He actually in a lab applying it. Like his field actually is conducive to what he on YouTube saying. Like he ain't stunting. So for him to say he want to do it over here, man, listen, I was highly appreciative. That's the highest compliment you can give me as a debate platform promoter. So, and that's facts, Domo. It's like we got cats that's almost 60 years old that don't know how to take a L. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just curious. Like, man, what was it like when a chick told you no? Because I just, shorty tell me no, I just scoot on down the bar to the next shorty. But I got a feeling like shorty tell some of these cats no, she in for a long night. Like she gonna have to start pretending a stranger is her boyfriend or something like you see in the movies. Because these cats can't take a L. Like this is weird behavior. And then you have platforms that call themselves legit platforms. Right? Legit debate platforms. I mean, places that just name champions. See, I had a tournament for my world champion. Ups, downs, and everything in between, Pan earned his title. We had a tournament for my social media champion. Ups, downs, and everything in between. The first lady of Paradigm Shift, the good Dr. Too Sweet, earned her title. I don't just name people champions, but we got people that just name people champions and then call themselves a legit debate platform, right? And so when I hear them talk that talk, like JJ is dog, I gotta scratch my head a little bit because I'm wondering, like I smoke. I ain't no need of me lying. I smoke. I tell. I'm very open about my mental health situation, and the herb helps. I wonder what kind of mental situation other people got going on. You know what I mean? I wonder. Now, hey, Domo, real rap. I thought you was done debating. I was gonna ask you to be a judge. believe it or not. But I thought you was done debating until I heard you was you was back over there where you used to frequent. So you would have got one. I just thought you was done with it. So, hey, listen, you already know. You fam. So we still got them videos with Slim Reaper up. So if you want to come into the Versus series, hey, my casa, su casa. You know what I mean? But if you saying, like, if you trying to legitimize this, man, it's one of three things. It's one of three things. And again, salute to the brother. Like, I ain't got no beef with the brother. I ain't got no beef. I took issue with the way he acted and the way he tried to talk about my job. I had issue with that the night it happened. We squashed the beef like men. I ain't got no beef with the brother. So I want to make that clear. I'm just talking about the debate, right? If you saying that this your man, right? This your king, this your GOAT, you either desperate, you delusional, or you got way greater mental issues than I got. Period. So, but what you can't do is try to minimize my platform. Yeah, said definitely knew where to come to get a fair debate. He definitely knew where to come to get a legit debate. Just like when I say I'm gonna pay my people, they get paid. Point blank, period. Ask Pan, ask Dr. Too Sweet. And see, in a minute, what's about to happen is every debate in the Versus series is going to be a paid debate. Now, I'm saying that whether we get the financial support we need to do that or not, because it's only about 3-4 people hitting my Cash App. Maybe 1 or 2 hitting the super chat. I only got a few members, but we're going to make it happen regardless. So every debate is going to be a paid debate. Now, the debater can decide if they want to say, big dog, donate that to the channel, or send that to my Cash App or my Venmo, or PayPal, whatever they mode of payment is. Every debate is going to be a paid debate. If it's a title match, the defending champ will be getting $100. His challenger will get $50. If it's a standard debate meaning these is just 2 contenders, 2 people looking to become contenders, that's going to be $100 debate. Each debater will get $50. And my name is my name. So when I say I'm going to pay, I'm going to pay. If I hit a financial road bump, because I ain't trying to front like I'm rich. See, I ain't one of these scam artists that y'all cats be putting out there. I ain't one of these cats. I ain't got to front like I'm rich. I go get it every day. My queen go get it every day. My kids go get it every day. So if I hit a financial road bump, I'm going to let my debaters know, hey, might not get it today, but I got you on this day. And that's going to be what it is. Because again, my name is my name for a reason. And I ain't got nothing to hide. So this is how we rolling. Shout out to Classic Craig up in the scene. I'm just talking my talk, Classic Craig. Who asked what my Cash App is? Oh, the glow. as I call her, Sister Juju. I'm gonna put it up on the screen in a second, sis. Give me 1 second. Classic Craig, man, what you got to add, man? I'm just talking my talk, man. I'm putting this Columbus debate to bed, man. The pseudo slayer came in, did what he had to do. JJ came in, did what he had to do. But the thing that taking on a life of his own, I ain't never seen so many of my videos, so much of my content, and shout out to everybody who then had something to say about the debate, who then looked over the debate, reviewed the debate, because you keep people coming back to check out my content, and I definitely appreciate it. So salute to every last one of y'all. I definitely appreciate it. JJ, go show it to whoever you need to show it to, and on whoever channel you want to show it on, because ultimately that comes back to Paradigm Shift TV, home of the Versus Series. The Versus Series is live in 2025. We bought our business. What up, Classic?
Yo, what it do, DMG? Hey man, I do have a lot to say, but if you gotta get it out, you gotta get it out. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta land the train too. We are gonna murder this atrocity tonight. We gonna murder.
Yeah, man. Look, I put my polo jersey on in honor of you, Classic Craig. I'm dressing like you tonight, man.
I appreciate it, man.
I'm only gonna have on one jersey though. I ain't finna be getting up changing.
I never change jerseys, bro. No one can ever prove that, bro. Never. But I just wanna, bro. It's so much we just have to talk about, because one of the things my father used to always tell me, son, you can have a person that lie to you, right? But it's always the person that's not around you that's lying for the other person, the individual you got to watch out for. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I never really understood that until I've been in certain situations where I had to deal with that. But it's a lot we do have to talk about today. And I just want to say shout out to the pseudo slayer, a.k.a. Cedric. Cedric, DMG, me and Ratchet Craig have something for you. So we got to give you the link so you can come up, and you got to collect something very special that only Paradigm Shift TV 314 can give, you know? And actually, it's rightfully yours anyway. We'll let you know, brother. We'll let you know, because we have to do this tonight.
Put the link in his inbox.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. But be looking out for that link, Cedric. But so are you done, DMG, or you want me to go on?
It's on you, Doc.
Woo, boy. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know, of course, you know, I'm Classic Craig. I'm your host without the most. But I just want to be honest with you, right? I haven't always been on Paradigm Shift TV 314. I started off in the Lions Den. Now, I was under JJ. Yeah, I was under JJ. Now,
yeah, you was his protege. You was his protege.
I mean, if you want to say that, I was his protege in some ways, right? But honestly, I was his protege, but not his damn protege, because JJ is not the type of Hebrew that do Bible teachings and follow Torah, wear fringes. He ain't that type of motherfucking Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? He's an internet Hebrew. Let's keep it real. I came out the final battle. I don't know, like, you know, Hebrew versus Kemet. I don't know if people know that, but that was a real hardcore group. Ratchet Craig came from Facts Over Fairy Tales, and JJ used to do his recruiting, and he used to just pull people in, and bam, that's how I got in the Lions Den. Now, mind you, I was on my Hebrew shit real hard, you know what I'm saying, just like a MAGA nigga, you know, or a MAGA man for Trump. But I want to explain this to you. I was there from the beginning when JJ was at just a loud, crazy dude on the internet with a big ass stick in front of a coffee table, in front of the TV, flexing, trying to make himself look bigger than what he is. You know, he's a short nigga deep down, and really in actuality, doing all this type of weird shit.
I'm 6'2", 280 in real life.
Yeah. So he like 5'2", 142 pounds. I'm just fucking around, but check it out, right? Check it. The thing with JJ, I remember he had his first debate. He made so much noise. Jabari Oze from Starnetter TV mentioned JJ. He mentioned how wild he was, erratic and stuff like that. This is before JJ had the YouTube channel. This is before JJ had all of what he had now. This is the very beginning when the Lions Den first started. I was there. I was there when Tahuti Brown was in there. I was in there when Mighty Hebrew was pushing hard in there. Black Jesus Minister. Excuse me. I hope we don't get in trouble for this. I was there when Nepal was in there when she came from Solar Mind. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I was in there.
Shout out to Queen Nepal.
Yeah. Shout out to her. I was there for a lot of that. I was there for a whole lot of that. You see what I'm saying? I was there for all the arguments, all the back and forths, all the times JJ went to Sarnetta, times he said on Sarnetta that, hey, Solomon had a spaceship. He was saying all that shit. You know what I'm saying? All that crazy shit. But one thing I noticed, right? Even
wait a minute, Solomon got a spaceship?
Yeah. He stole that one from Neo Love. Matter of fact, he heard Neo Love say it, and he went on fucking Sarnetta and said it. I mean, it was so much, man. When him and Black Jesus got embarrassed about the Zariark on Sarnetta, it was so much to back and forward. It was so much. I was there from the whole beginning. You see what I'm saying? I've been knowing JJ since I was like, 22? I'm 31 now. Now, a lot of history I know with the Lions Den. I'm going to just say this, though. When you are so devoted to a cause, right, you be on code so much to the point to where, like, you a lot of your friends or a lot of someone that you're following for, right? So this is what I'm going to say right here, right? When we talk about debating, because, everybody know about JJ shenanigans, right? Now, everybody know I'll cuss JJ out in a minute. I'll talk about every foul thing ever because I know a lot about JJ. He knows shit about me, even though he misconstrued it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just going to say this, right? And the longest I've been knowing JJ, the longest I've been in Lions Den, brought back in, kicked out, brought back in, kicked out, then me leaving and going with the source. JJ has never won a debate, ever. He's never won a debate. Let's just keep it a buck. JJ never won a debate. JJ was always his own worst enemy with debates. He'll get so amped up, so hyped up, he'll just bust out and just say something that'll contradict his whole debate and fuck up his whole entire argument. JJ 7000 never won a debate. And everybody and their mama is afraid to tell this man the truth. JJ's not necessarily in a lot of ways creating arguments. He's basically just rambling. I mean, like, I have plenty of stories. There's a lot of footage. There's a lot of this. It's so much. I could do a whole documentary of JJ going crazy. JJ's rambling. I could do that. But I'm not going to slander the man. But I'm just going to we're going to tell the truth tonight. Because I'm going to tell y'all this, right? One of the things I have an issue with is individuals. Like, for example, I heard, first of all, JJ was on here on this platform. We have a versus series format, right? Our format is no longer than 10 minutes for each round. You know what I'm saying? Short, sweet, simple. That's that. JJ talked to DMG. He didn't want me involved. Barely wanted Ratchet involved. Talked with DMG and said, I want 20-minute rounds. I want 20 minutes this, 20 minutes that. And we capitulated to him just to make him feel comfortable. So, number one, we don't do that on Paradigm Shift TV 314. We are not having long-ass debates like that. That was horrible. My judges suffered. Everybody suffered. And not only that, I'm just going to throw it out like this, right? We gave JJ what he wanted. You see what I'm saying? So in a lot of ways, I don't understand his complaining at all. Even he said on live, God damn, these 20-minute rounds are just long. Woof. This is something that JJ in a lot of ways, he asked for. Complain about something he asked for. You know what I'm saying? But that'll never happen again on this platform. You know what I'm saying? You follow the versus series rules. We can tweak it a little bit, but you follow the rules like everybody else. Nobody's special. But what I want to say is this, right? Number one, everyone is saying this, the polls, right? Paradigm Shift TV 314 don't have polls because we don't deal with popularity contests, right? We've seen multiple times, and I myself seen multiple times come from the Lions Den, individuals who lost the debate, right? JJ, he would go and basically in a lot of ways get multiple, profiles either from him or his supporters. They'll just vote up for either JJ or whoever they want to win, and boom, popularity. It doesn't matter if you have good information or not. So a lot of people are saying Paradigm Shift TV 314 had polls. No, we did not. On JJ's side, when he streamed it without asking us, he had polls for his people, and his people on his side said that he won. His people that agree with JJ. The people that won't tell JJ, well, you messed up here, JJ. Well, the people who would say, well, JJ's always right. The people who won't challenge him. You see what I'm saying? The people who won't actually have the gall to stand up and say, JJ, I believe you're wrong because X, Y, and Z and that and that and that. They just go along with everything he says. Those are the people that said he won. Now, this is my thing, and this is the problem I have, right? Everywhere on different platforms, they're just misrepresenting things that was supposed to be said of what our platform did. You see what I'm saying? For example, when JJ did the review, the Q&A, the question and answer round, right? Our Q&A is designed to pretty much be a back and forward. Like, you can freely talk if you answer the question. Now, if a person makes you use up your time, and if you're trying to pretty much be in that tug of war, it's like a mental tug of war now, right? You can pretty much, in a lot of ways, go back and forward. If you chuckle buck around and mess up all your time and stuff like that, that's you. And boom, you lost that round, right? Depending on how the judges feel or whatever. But JJ made it as if Cedric was just talking over him, being belligerent, and nobody was trying to stop him. I really hate that because that's not how it's explained to him. Now, number 3, right? Let's just get down to the nitty gritty. Notice most of the individuals who said JJ won this debate cannot tell you none of JJ's premises. They can't tell you the main point he was trying to show. They can't even show you the topic he was trying to pretty much convey. And they can't even give you any rebuttals to what he destroyed Cedric with. Like, I'm going to give you an example, right? Now, mind you, it was about Christopher Columbus. Now, Cedric is very much in a lot of ways an academia head, right? So he's very intelligent. I have to give it to the man, right? Now, sometimes he can lose an individual. I get him. But one thing about Cedric that he's done, right? He rebutted every point that JJ made. Every point. Now, when he rebutted every point, the problem was JJ was unable to rebuttal him. For example, right? Let me just show you how much I paid attention to this debate. And shout out to MVP Chris Harris. Great breakdown. Very beautiful, very elegant breakdown. Shout out to MVP Chris Harris.
Hey, real quick. Hey, MVP, I'm going to hit you up tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm going to hit you up tomorrow or Thursday. I got an update on that situation.
Yeah. Hit up DMG, Chief. But check this out, right? People paid attention to the face-off, right? Cedric's and JJ's debate was based off of their conversations, right? It had nothing to basically do with the title, right? Let's just happy birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah. This nigga forever 21.
Yeah, so look, yeah, hit me up Thursday then, man. Celebrate your day.
Yeah. But check it out. Now, if you really look at it, right, their face-off was based off of their conversation, right? It was not really based off of the title. It was based off of their conversation, and that's what pretty much Cedric went off of, right? Every pseudo claim of Columbus not being the first individual over here.
Time out. Chris 46.
Yeah, he. I thought he was 21. Goddamn, that boy.
Man, listen. I legit thought, because I'm 40. I'm 48. I thought I was like 10 years older than Chris. I can't believe he that close to me.
Y'all some old.
You old, young looking. Man, get out of my chat, man. Looking like you. But I'm man. Go ahead, Class.
You envious, man. You envious, DMG. But I just want to say this, though, right? If you paid attention to the face-off, right? Cedric's job, and all this was based off their conversation. Cedric's job was basically to prove that Christopher Columbus was the first person here and Africans weren't over here, right? And JJ's job was to prove that Columbus wasn't over here, right? During that point in time, and Africans were over here. You see what I'm saying? And see, that was the whole thing of their debate. Now, mind you, Cedric went first because JJ wanted him to go first, right? Cedric showed the genetic noise. He showed why it was impossible for the Africans to be over here. He also showed that certain herbs and certain things that Africans brought along from, the transatlantic slave trade came over here, and where it pretty much in a lot of ways manifested it. And with the time and dates, he gave dates. He gave so much empirical evidence. He countered Ivan's pseudo work. He countered so much when he went first. he did a complete and utter slaughter of everything JJ was about to bring, right? And after he got done just dropping a bomb on everything, you can saw JJ was a little shaken up by how he tried to respond first. The first thing JJ did was start his classic JJ 7000 ramble of what he's going to do. JJ has to spread the narrative to act like he's confident. You see what I'm saying? Now, there's multiple times where JJ made these wild claims. These wild claims. Like my favorite one. You have to prove Christopher Columbus came over here before 1492. Prove that Christopher Columbus was over here. You see what I'm saying? At the right appointed time. Not only that, Cedric gave a counter and showed that Africans were not over here. JJ said they were over here, but when Cedric actually showed the empirical evidence from the consensus, this is when things got funny. Individuals tried to basically say the consensus did not matter, and the proper propaganda even came. So what I mean by that is they tried to say that Cedric was trying to basically, in a lot of ways, dance around what actual facts say and say that he's a coon for going with the consensus proved to be factual. That's not debating, that's slander. JJ even into his debates showed that Christopher Columbus, he said he didn't exist, right? He showed DNA from Christopher Columbus, proving that he actually existed, right? In his own debate. But people are saying, keep it 100, JJ won that. Did you pay attention to the debate? There was so many things JJ, he contradicted himself. I mean, this is what he always does. The man contradicts himself in a debate. He always does it. He'll give the opponents, give confirmation to his opponent all the time. I'm just rambling. Not only that, like, I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. 2 blank slides. Shout out to Sean P, right? The Method Man. JJ was rambling when he had 2 blank slides out. Just going. No sources was being showed. He was just going. I mean, so JJ is so knowledgeable, so great, so much of the big time, big shot that he can just be talking straight off the dome. We're supposed to have a PowerPoint presentation. Both of these men agreed to it on the face off here on Paradigm Shift TV 314, a PowerPoint only. Blank page. 2 blank pages, not just 1, 2. Rambling, and folks don't know what the hell he doing. Say he won.
Craig, but he won.
Here's the thing. He's lying to himself, and everybody else is lying to him. All this, you gotta watch JJ. He bring the fire, and JJ acting up, and even though JJ act up, that's what make people turn against him. No, it's JJ fucking it up, doing the JJ fuck it up shuffle. Man, let's just keep it real. Like, bro, I've been watching this man ever since I was 21 or 22. He's always done this. He did this with Jabari. He did this with Black Jesus Minister. He did this with Tazariak. He did this with Lex Vortex. I can go on and on. He did it with Chris Harris. Chris Harris didn't want to debate him. He said, fuck that. I'm not debating it. You know what I'm saying? Just in a simple conversation. You know how Chris get, no. I'm not debating you. What did he call him? Bobby Brown jaw or something like that? Hey
man, don't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Do not repeat what Chris called that man.
I mean, it'd be funny how he be putting emphasis on it. You know, Chris is an emphasis ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? He put emphasis on everything. But my point is, I'm gonna just say this though, man. JJ, basically, like, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be at Paradigm Shift TV 314 if it wasn't for JJ. I wouldn't have met DMG. There's a lot of motherfuckers I wouldn't have met, right? If I didn't start off in the Lions Den. Like, matter of fact, my first conversation with Unc West, it's been a while since I spoke with the man. If it wasn't for JJ, I wouldn't have had that conversation with Unc West. You see what I'm saying? Real cool dude. Real cool dude. Even though JJ was trying to say he was an atheist, he's a demon.
That's your idol, man.
Ain't that my idol. But he's like, a cool dude.
Your whole countenance changed when you talk about Unc West.
I mean, all right, I admit, the man made me get more interested in understanding science. I have to give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Lions Den, the dude gave me his number and said, "Listen, bro, call me. You know, I could save you." Because the dude grew up in a Jewish household and all this stuff. I guess the neighborhood or whatever. There's a lot of stuff the man talked to me about. But my thing was I never called him because I was so indoctrinated. But I appreciate Unc for putting me on that path. But one thing I have to say though too, and shout out to Domo. Domo said, "How come there is no invite for him for the Versus Series, DMG?" You know what I'm saying? You know,
I already answered that, man. You late.
oh, I'm late. All right, my bad, Chief. I see you on top of it, Captain. But check it out, Doc. Another thing with the sources that JJ had, the Lions Den University. Now, chat, I ain't gonna lie. I was on JJ ass about that shit. He and I cursed each other out. You know, he went crazy, start taking his shirt off, being a fucking ape. That's what he always do. I always make JJ go crazy, wake up everybody in the house, right? But he did not want to answer me about that Lions Den University. One of my judges, shout out to Sage, shout out to Tiffany, you know, two of my good judges. They asked the question, Lions Den University. Get this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And this is why I'm very upset with a lot of people talking about JJ1. JJ in a lot of ways was basically meta AI-ing himself. Fucking debate. Meaning, constantly asking information to his debate by using meta AI on Messenger. Asking meta AI all type of pseudo questions and all this BS. All these sources that can't even be verified. You know what I'm saying? Then he added his little twist, putting Lions Den University. Let's just keep it real. All those times when he looked down during the debate, y'all didn't see that? He was reading off of meta AI. Come on, man. He was just texting hard meta AI, asking questions, going hard like a motherfucker. Come on now. There's things that Cedric asked JJ. What is genetic noise? What about the anchor here? Do you have any access to the tools that Africans had? Do you have any of it? Come on now, let's just keep it a buck. JJ did not win that debate. He was unprepared. He was making up stuff as he go. He was nervous. And not only that, he crashed the hell out. I understand one judge left. She came back, though, quickly. She had both screens up, and she was paying attention. I get it. I understand this little paranoia.
Yeah.
What was this? JJ lost fair and square. I mean, come on now. A man with two blank screens. Lions Den University. But people are running around talking about he won. About something so simple like Christopher Columbus. I was having a talk with Cedric about it earlier because I did enjoy the debate from both of them. But my thing is this, right? So since this is a conscious community, even though I don't say I'm a part of it, you know what I'm saying? I associate with people who is a part of it. So, maybe that's the hypocrite in me. But we complain about Christianity so bad, right? So bad. But a lot of us don't even understand that Christopher Columbus was one of the individuals that believed in Prester John at that time. A lot of individuals didn't know that Christopher Columbus worked for the Pope. He went to the Pope just to fund his expeditionary fleet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they were looking for gold, the Garden of Eden. You know, they were looking for. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even understand basically the spread of Christianity and how Christopher Columbus added along to that. I mean, they just don't get it. A lot of people didn't understand that Africans will go to the diaspora. You know what I'm saying? Us. You know what I'm saying? We were Iron Age people. I mean, Native Americans were, I guess, basically Stone Age. I don't think they was even Copper Age yet. You know what I'm saying? If we got into this environment, if we got here alongside with them, we would have dominated this society. You would see more of an influx of Native American and African West African genetics together. You would see that. You know what I'm saying? You would actually see that in the genetic noise, like Cedric was explaining during debate, if people were actually paying attention. A lot of individuals don't know history, don't check up on history, didn't want to fact check anything, and they didn't even want to actually understand the point because either they had a bias towards Cedric or they just wanted to believe whatever fairy tale made them feel comfortable about being their own version of Black in America. I don't know. My thing is this, though, Doc. JJ lost that debate fair and square. No one talked about how he attacked my two judges. You know what I'm saying? Now, the other judge he had a problem with, she didn't take no notes at all. But because she voted for him, it's all good. She's fine. But at first, he was complaining about her. Anything to get out of the fact that he know he was going to get his ass whooped, JJ was going to use it. You see what I'm saying? I stayed away from his ass because, you know, I like, sometimes I like picking on JJ and hearing him scream and yell and then watching him crash out. This should be funny to me, especially on a bad day. JJ always make me laugh. But on this time, I understood it was business. I didn't want to get in the way. I said, all right, the crazy ass motherfucker don't want me around. I'm not going to be around. But he still found a way to crash the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And Chris Harris said, what about the fact that he didn't know if his sources was a woman and not a man? You know, it's just
like Craig. But people saying, and again, shout out to the brother, I don't have no beef. And it didn't matter to me who won. I'm just saying now that the judgment has been rendered. People said he won.
Bruh.
Reread Chris' message and then try to comprehend that people said he won.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this, DMG. I speak Negronese, right? And the dialect of Negronese that I'm trying to understand a little bit more is Negro deflectanese, right? So check this out, right? So everybody's deflecting at the fact that JJ in a lot of ways got his ass beaten handed to him, right? So what they're doing is they're, I hate to say it, blowing smoke up JJ ass in order to get something out of JJ or have him come over to his platform or basically trying to get favoritism in JJ's eyes. Because like, if you know history, bro, if you really know history, you know damn well that motherfucker JJ 7000 lost. He lost. There's no way in hell. I mean, come on, man. Africans were Iron Age people. They didn't have stone weaponry like the fucking Native Americans. It took the white man to civilize them motherfuckers and get them up to speed with the rest of fucking the society and shit. Africans were already using Iron Age technology that was at that time. But a lot of individuals understand with these claims, and stuff like that, and others like him with their pseudo research, there is no actual evidence. If they can find just one African tool or whatever, you have something. What is this, man?
Hey man,
screaming.
The gold tips Spears. Did he mention the gold tip Spears?
Mention the gold tip Spears. Mention the gold tip Spears. I said, what in the absolute anarchy is this? You know what I'm saying? Just out of avos everywhere was like, yeah. We gonna stop calling him JJ 7000 and call him Jaguar 7000. Whatever little fake little Indian name they try to come up with just to sound cool. But my thing is this though. JJ was yelling for.
Is it all right to put the link in the chat?
We gotta do something for Cedric though. Like we gotta give it the link to Cedric.
Whenever Cedric come up, we'll stop the proceedings.
Yeah. But we got this is something for Cedric, bro. This is something very special. It just gotta be us over here with Cedric come up. Cedric, you gotta come up, man. Cause we got something to bless you with, brother. Cause this had to be done. But I have to just say this, man. JJ was yelling for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 3 rounds. With a blank page. Sources you can't even find. Come on now. I mean, people just ignore contemporaries during that time. They don't know what that is. But they ignore that. They ignore so much information. Like what? The Pope, what's it called? The Papa Bulls? I think I'm saying it wrong.
Papa Bulls.
Papa Bulls or whatever, right? The document of discovery. A lot of people don't even know Columbus went around Africa. He was around the time of Cortez and all these other individuals, conquistadors. He was around during that time. Great exploratory age right there. Trying to find the Garden of Eden and the Fountain of Youth. Papa Bull, Juju. Don't go bad Juju on me. but I'm just saying, come on, man. This is history. on, man. Like, let's just be honest. The people and Kahani, I'm gonna just say this because I saw your comment. How many debates have Cedric won? Just asking. This man is an academic legend. If you look up Cedric's credentials,
that does not say Kahani, bro. That says Khalil.
Khalil, my bad. If you look at what Cedric did, you was looking at what Cedric has done. He won a hell of a lot of debates, more than JJ, because JJ ain't never won. I've been knowing JJ forever. He ain't never won no goddamn debate. Like, I mean, bro, I remember when JJ had a flat Earth debate with Black Jesus Minister. Black Jesus Minister was saying the Earth wasn't flat. JJ saying it was, right? JJ's excuse was, I can argue anything and still win, but he lost. Because you know the most outrageous thing JJ said? Anytime we go up in space, if the Earth isn't flat, how come there's not water in the spaceship? It's wild, crazy shit. JJ say some crazy shit like that. The thing is this, man. Lost that debate. Y'all need to be real. And another thing too, right? Cedric is not stuck on pseudo killers. Cedric is over on Super Wavy Shane channel. Shout out to Super Wavy, the homie. Cedric is almost every Cedric go places. People call out to debate and deal with Cedric. Bobby Banger himself, aka formerly known as Unc West, even said, right? He even said, hey, it's the personal debatesman of the pseudo killers. And he was dubbed the pseudo slayer. Come on, man. Let's just keep it a buck. Cedric wants to actually, I don't know what it is about the Caribbean motherfuckers, but they always want to start at the bottom. They so damn humble. Cedric want to start at the damn bottom and work his way up with debate. So he'll debate pretty much whoever. Now, he may be a little more pickier now because of the shit that happened with JJ. Because I know he ain't going to debate JJ again. But my thing is this, though. To start from the bottom and work his way up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, come on now. Like, he's willing to do that. But let's just keep it a buck. Let's just keep it real, man. Let's stop playing around saying Cedric is getting easy debate. Let's just keep it real and see this man's hard work for what it is. The man wants to work his way up. Let's not downplay him and try to bait him. Real shout out to nobody. Shout out to nobody.
Because let's be clear. Because of his debate history and his reputation, I would have gave him an automatic title shot with no questions asked. And why am I saying that? Because I keep saying I'm trying to make the Versus series the UFC of debate leagues. UFC always took the incoming fighter reputation into effect, and so when the cats came over from Pride FC, which was a rival company, once they absorbed them, they took that record into effect. So you had Rampage Jackson and all these other fighters coming into title contention right off the bat. And my point is, Cedric could have got an automatic shot against Pan.
Automatic.
But he said, I want to work my way up. So again, this is a man of integrity. This is a man who, like I said at the beginning, he's not just saying he a scientist or that he deal with science. He's actually in a lab doing science.
Bro.
So I'm just saying, it's a lot of cats in this community that put a title in front of their name that they don't really represent.
Exactly.
Because we got this thing as Black people where we get with somebody charisma and we decide that because they got some charisma, that means they must have integrity and that they are actually honest people. And so when they say they have a degree or they have a particular, some particular letters behind their name and they have these credentials and they created this and that, we just go with it. I'm talking about cats can say they building a school for over a decade. When we know people that personally said they was gonna get a school and got it within that time. But because they got charisma and they say they this and they say they that, we just go along with it. I'm just
I mean,
saying.
like, and that's my thing, man. This Cedric showed what he did. He don't give a fuck about showing motherfuckers what he do. He showed it. When he showed me what he does, man, I mean, there's so many people that lied to me about what Cedric did. And when he showed me the articles and people that came to him, the people that have to go to him because he is the official in his region to certify certain parts of certain type of training and healthcare, all this stuff that Cedric does, right? But people want to lie on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on, man. The man is a humble dude. Let's not demonize Cedric. No, he ain't no coon. Because he don't like coon shit. I've seen it already. Cedric is blacker than what it is. He's blacker than most of you motherfuckers. I mean, like, let's just keep it the buck. You know what I'm saying? But, man, yo. JJ lost the debate, bruh. He ain't gonna die. Keep it fucking real. The nigga made up his own sources. He used Meta AI during the debate, and he was talking without showing any source with a blank slide for 2 rounds. So keep it real, man. Stop lying. I feel like people need to go. You know what killed me, DMG? Niggas saying, what is the consensus? When I saw that shit, how can you say the consensus is factual? Okay,
Bro.
That right there. Next time, have a fucking pop-up book with some pictures and some little animatronics and a sing-along, like on some Disney shit, and people would understand what the fuck you're saying. If
That's
they
what
see
he gonna have
Mickey
to
Mouse,
do, man.
yeah, if they see Mickey Mouse, but like dressed up as Christopher Columbus with Pluto and Goofy and Donald Duck and all the little cartoon shenanigans, maybe they would understand.
Well, no, he ain't gonna have to do that over here because we actually got a smart chat room. You feel me?
Yeah. Exactly. Because, bro, I mean, it's a simple Google search. I did research on the Native Americans and how below Africans they were. I was like, God damn. Motherfuckers really need the white man to help them for real. Shit if it wasn't for the white man. All them big casinos, all that shit, they wouldn't have had shit if it wasn't for the white man. You know what I'm saying? Africans were already doing things. West Africans, I'm going to speak for them because I got to, divide it, West Central Africans were already in the Iron Age. They were already, and shout out to Juju, she taught me this, already doing proto-science, right? I think before the Iron Age, but getting into it, they perfected their little craft. I believe they would have advanced further if they were undisturbed. But my thing was, let's just keep it a buck. JJ lost. He showed no evidence of Africans coming over here. He didn't give Cedric any rebuttals whatsoever that were able to destroy Cedric's argument. Just stop lying. JJ lost. Just say, listen, I don't like the fact that the transatlantic slave trade happened. I believe, like you believe in Jesus, I believe Africans came over here before Christopher Columbus, and the white man is hiding under his secret Illuminati vault down in the North Pole somewhere, guarded by reptilians and the spaghetti monster. Just say that. It's okay. I'm gonna look at you like you retarded, but it's okay. You believe in crazier shit more than that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Say that shit. Okay. Damn, JJ was so fucking uneasy during that debate. You could tell how he was just tough. He started slandering Cedric's character, talking about everything other than the damn debate. Like he called him a coon, all this shit. He talking about eating coon. That nigga was going. I said, what the fuck is he doing? But motherfuckers want to say, I think JJ got him. Not because of JJ behavior. I'm gonna scratch that out. Let's cut that in two. It's not because of his outrageous, wild, crazy behavior. What I'm looking at with JJ, I'm looking at the fact that you said Christopher Columbus did not exist, but then you said he existed in two ways. Now, I'm gonna just use these 2 points. He did other points, but I'm gonna use these 2 points. Number one,
Hey, this was one of the wildest parts right here.
you got it. You got it. You finna play it?
No. I'm just saying this was one of the wildest parts. What you're about to break down.
He said Christopher Columbus did not exist, but they moved his body multiple times in the same debate. Number two, we have Christopher Columbus DNA, but you're gonna have to prove that his DNA was there. I don't think it was there. Go, bro. That nigga, I'm like, bro, how dare you prove the fucking, bro, why is everyone lying? You know something I always ask myself, who's more deadlier? The nigga that they lying for or the nigga that's lying? Like, let's just, bro, I've never seen such wildness. The same niggas who come on YouTube, let's unite and let's build this. I ain't giving none of you niggas my money. You niggas allow for a simple ass debate. You can't even tell the truth then. Why the fuck would I don't want to hear none of that shit. You don't want to admit that your homeboy lost, that you argued with, cursed out, made videos about, and gonna get into a whole brawl again with tomorrow when he loses the debate on your platform. Tell the nigga the truth right then and then. Come on, bro. Let's just keep it real, doc. Man, I hate going in, and I'm not trying to get on JJ and smack him up like this, but bro, the nigga, hey, no, I don't. I take pleasure in doing this. JJ lost a debate in Clubhouse land with Black Jesus Minister, right? Now, this same Black Jesus Minister, Chicken Coon ass George, we had horrible judges. Everything was bad. JJ won that debate. All that bullshit.
Our classic. Check it out. Check it out. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read what. I'm gonna read what Black Jesus Minister, yo boy. I'm gonna read what this Negro sent me.
Read it, please.
JJ actually won that debate. 4 judges. No judge gave detailed information that was presented by either debater, was repeated or acknowledged as the rationale for their vote. Judges voted on their feelings and not the information. Now, DMG, nigga, JJ won that debate. So you know what I sent him? You know what I sent him after JJ went over to his platform and lost the debate, Craig? Do you want to know what I sent him?
What you sent him, DMG?
I sent him this. I said, 4 judges gave no detailed information that was presented by either debater, was repeated or acknowledged as the rationale for their vote. Judge voted on their feelings and not the information presented. JJ actually won that debate. I just repeated everything he said.
Yeah.
Because I'm a petty nigga. And so I just repeated everything he said to me. Like, I don't like the irony of these idiots.
The audacity. Bro. Hey, hold up. I heard he only had 1 judge.
So wait. But JJ demanded I have 3.
Yep. And we gave him that.
But Black Jesus could only muster 1. He couldn't call on the Lord for 2 more.
He just said, fuck off. And that's what I be talking about, bro. Like, honestly, it be that debacle right there. Like, people ignore real shit and entertain the bullshit. You feel me? This is why, because I'm gonna tell y'all this. We Ratchet and me, Craig and Craig Law Firm, right? Our slogan is "Don't call us, we'll call you." Maybe, but thing it is right here, right? We created the Versus Series format because we've been in the Lions Den, we've been in the stores, we watched how all these other debate leagues did what they did, the problems and stuff like that. We decided to create a format where people can come to chess in a short and simple matter of time and still compete at a great level that's entertaining and educational. That's what we decided to do. You know what I'm saying? And just by individuals like JJ and BJM, I call BJM Black Satan Sinister Minister. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, because he is a sinister ass nigga. But my thing is this, though. They were the inspiration for the Versus Series format. So if it wasn't for their fuckery, foolery, and the Harley Quinnism, I don't think that's a word, but for their clown shit, you know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have the Versus Series today. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just say this though, like, is a clown. He crazy as hell. The only place he can go is Clubhouse land. You know what I'm saying? That's the lowest of the low. JJ was up here on the big stage. You know what I'm saying? Paradigm Shift TV 314 is still growing. I don't like how motherfuckers like him say it's a small platform, but then he want to come back on the platform and pretty much in a lot of ways stream from our platform to Karima's Lion Den because JJ ain't got no goddamn Lion Den. He ain't got the password. That's Karima shit. Oops. But my thing is this though, right? If it was such a small platform, you were not the main reason why you got to where it is, you know? But if it was such a small platform, you wouldn't try to come over here multiple times. You wouldn't ask me a part of tournaments. You wouldn't try to disrupt the tournaments we had. You know what I'm saying? Because JJ did try to disrupt and mess up our tournaments. There's a lot of stuff, man. JJ wouldn't try to be doing if it was a small platform. Because like you said back in the day, DMD, everybody want a piece of my small fucking platform. But look at it now. Still got a lot of work to do. It's growing, you know, and that's a beautiful thing. And we appreciate everybody from coming over. Even Khalil, you know what I'm saying? You welcome over here too, motherfucker, even though you're a JJ. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're a JJ cultist, we hope we can get you baptized and saved in the art of actual truth. You know? But I'm just joking. But my thing is this though, man. JJ lost. Tell that nigga the truth. People need to just tell
and listen, again, all I'm saying is this could have went a whole different way. If men could just be men,
yep,
and accept the L. Like I said, I'm scared for my sisters around cats like this that can't take a L. Because when she be like, nah, I'm good. This the dude that's gonna be in her face all night. And then when she feeling unsafe, the next time an actual well-meaning brother step to her, the well-meaning brother wanna call her stuck up. And she thinks she too good. But she shook. She got PTSD from niggas like this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy to me, bro. And we capitulate this BS in this community.
Yep. We support the behavior. Add on to it. Encourage it. Then we want to smile and say, we all about unity and integrity. And oh my God, bro. All this bullshit, man. Nigga. You know what? I noticed this, DMG. Chris Harris. Shout out to the Scholastic Bully, Joshua. He's going to do a review on it also, right? And that's going to be kind of intense. But one of the things that the Scholastic Bully said, Joshua, he said this: no one can point out where JJ showed Africans coming over here before Columbus. No one can point that out, or no one can pretty much show JJ's premise when he was speaking, because he didn't even lay out his premise. Just Cedric's opening alone intimidated JJ so much that he had to go straight into debate mode. He said, "Fuck the opening. I'm debating now." That's how much of an ass whooping this shit was. Cedric, like, man, get the fuck out of here. What dope you smoking? Damn, bro.
Hey man, look. All I'm saying is brothers, learn to be men, man. Learn how to take a L. Cause it's a bad look. Like you make it hard for all of us. You know what I mean? And I'm just talking for y'all single brothers. Like the lames make it hard for a Chris Harris. You know what I mean? When you're a lame, you make it hard for a brother like Chris Harris. Cause he a genuine, well-meaning brother, and he come with that good game and that good rap, but she traumatized because one of these cats that don't know how to take a L stayed in her face all night, made her feel unsafe. It's a lot of sisters that go home with cats out of fear for their life, and he think he a Mac. But she literally went home with you and let you do what you do out of fear for her life. That's how you made her feel. And we got to learn to take L's, man. Yeah, that was a hell of a segue, I know. But I'm just saying that's the vibe they give me. When a man, a grown man, can't take a L. We're in a sad state of affairs because you got people saying he the GOAT and he won.
Bro, nobody believes JJ's the GOAT. They can't get one debate.
All because we want to make black people the first at everything.
Bro,
like Classic? I got a question, man.
What's up, man?
This is a real question. And then I'm gonna open it up. When Sid get up here, we're gonna pause everything and do what we gotta do for Sid. But right now I'm gonna open it up. Listen, what's with this obsession with black people being first at everything, man? Well, like black people is the first to swim. We the first. We was the first to do every single thing, bro. Is it because this complex that come from having been slaves or the descendants of slaves is so pervasive that we gotta just make up stuff to build up our self-esteem? Is that what this is?
A lot of us don't know history, DMG. I mean, Ratchet and me, we have these talks all the time. A lot of us don't know history. A lot of us don't know where to start. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? The reason why I have a problem with like some East Coasters.
Oh man, Asiatic 777 is gonna unsubscribe.
Yeah, and Chris Harris said, "I got some bad news for you." And that Asiatic 7. Hey, Chris, chill. He does not know. He does not know. Let him believe what he believes.
Oh my God. Hey man. Hey, this remind me of when the incel dude, what was his name? Henry. This remind me of when he called himself. This one I only had, what did I have? Like 900 something subscribers, Class.
Yes, 6, bro.
600 subscribers. And he was like, no. When he went on my page and he was like, I went on DMG's page and he lost a subscriber. I had lost like one subscriber.
Yeah,
he lost subscribers. That's what it reminded me of. Man, I lost the subscriber. Hey, Henry somewhere smiling. But bro, I didn't know you existed today, and I probably ain't gonna know you existed tomorrow because I'm elevated and I'm inebriated. So I'm like you unsubscribing is like saying I farted.
Yeah. This is my thing right here, right? I appreciate the motherfucker came around just to listen, you know what I'm saying, and watch it. But my thing is this though. if you don't want to look or even attempt to look at the truth, go over there and get lied to like a good Christian on Sunday. All right? With the pork chop eating pastor. Just do that. That's the spirit you got. That's the mindset you got. That's where you came from. You replaced it when you picked up whatever pseudo crap worse than the dang, Christianity in the Bible. Just go ahead and run with it, bro. But my thing is this, though, man. Look at JJ, send the leak. No, you staying down there. We don't feel like you yelling, screaming, hollering, foaming from the mouth, and jumping up there. You staying down there with
He can come up. He can come up.
I don't want to hear JJ yet. All right, let the monkey ass nigga come up.
Let him come up. If you talk about somebody, you got to be willing to talk to him.
He said, my people said my name was over here. Nah, you was watching, JJ. Shut up. But like I said, the nigga lost.
I don't give a damn about your people. But
Look at JJ. Look at JJ. Right. All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're going to hear a lot of yelling and screaming. He's known for crashing out on other people's platforms except his. All right. There we go.
even though I know I'm wrong, man, and the city make the nigga think it's strong, man.
Chris Harris said time for a crash out. Who want to bet how long JJ is gonna take JJ to crash out?
Hey, I'ma say JJ not gonna crash out. I'ma say he not gonna crash out.
Oh, it said. Hold up. We gotta do this.
I got $5 say JJ not gonna crash out.
All right, well hold up.
Blessing, man. That's what they want. That's the narrative that they try to paint.
No, we got it on video, bro.
I got $5. I got $5 that say JJ is not going to crash out. Go ahead, JJ.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Hey, when I crash out, guess what? You're gonna be in front of my bumper. Anybody that get in my way, you got them right of crashing out on all you showcase dummies. All you goddamn niggas is up here running around talking about some goddamn fairy tale Christopher Columbus. Chris Harris, I see you peeking around. You won't debate me, especially on a neutral platform, sir. I want you to get up here and prove Christopher Columbus ever existed. I want to see the documents.
He's like fairy tale Christopher Columbus.
This is a joke, man. Nigga called me over there. Yeah. Hey, silent case my witness, I swear to God. Hey, man, dude, I said, bro, this nigga begged me to come over there. Don't pull him up here now. Don't pull him up because I'm not finna I'm not finna do your little shit show. Either you accept the debate or don't come up here with your little pamper talking and think we supposed to fall for that nonsense. Ain't nobody doing. Look, I'm out here doing other debates. Nigga, let's talk about that existentialism and all them goddamn gay dudes that found the founding forefather. Hey, let's replay that right now. Let me pull it up. You want to talk about that? Huh? You said you are. I teach existentialism. I said, well, what the heck? I had to look it up, ladies and gentlemen. And then when I got to looking it up, these are past supporters of the LGBTQ, and they are all civil rights leaders is against this movement because it's not a cultural thing that brings you together. It's individualism. Bro, be quiet, bro. Y'all want me over here, huh? Y'all want me over here? Shut your goddamn weird ass up, nigga. That goddamn transvestite picture we seen you right.
Hold on.
The milk man, nigga, and y'all gonna crash out right now on all my ops. On any other platform. Craig, your bitch ass, I just called you out. Nigga, I'm the GOAT.
Hold on. Wait a minute. There's only one person talking. Hold up. Damn, did we hit the button at the same time or did he leave on his own?
I think he crashed out so hard that he
crashed out so hard real quick. Now, I want to show everybody something. Yo, Pianki, see
yes,
what
sir.
I did was when he originally came to my platform, and let's not let him back up for a minute because he's going to continuously do that for the rest of the night. What I originally told him...
he good.
Yeah, so what I originally asked him was, hey, let's go over some of these sources that you presented. He had some sources that that he presented that he had no actual sources to. 10 minutes before the debate, he says, no, I just want to go over the debate with Cedric and myself. I said, well, if we're going to go over this debate, I'm going to be critical of both of you all. So when he came over, when he wanted to change the platform and not deal with the information, but rather pander to the audience that he won a debate, Cedric did an opening, which was flawless. He framed his argument flawlessly. Let me turn my camera on real quick. He framed his argument flawlessly, right? So he's literally in his next round, instead of framing his argument, he's trying to rebut Cedric in his opening statement. Who does that, right?
Exactly.
So that's strike one. So strike two is now he's hollering about, oh, let's argue about did Christopher Columbus exist? Well, according to your own presentation, Christopher Columbus existed, because you have 5 or 6 sources on your own presentation that says Christopher Columbus existed and arrived in 1492.
Exactly.
And so what he was doing was he did a reversal of he did a burden of proof reversal. He tried to put it all on Ced. Then even in the Q&A, he asked Cedric about a letter that Christopher Columbus wrote. Wait a minute, you just acquiesced the entire debate. You've been saying that Christopher Columbus don't exist, but now you're asking him about a letter that Christopher Columbus wrote. You're done. The debate is over. There's no argument anymore. So when he came over there to my channel, what I said was, I'm not just going to sit up there and let you pander to my audience, because my audience is going to want to hear what? Chris, you just taking one side. My audience ain't like that. Let's think about this now. I was the first one saying Billy Carson won the debate against Wes Huff. I was the first one saying that Wes Huff wasn't doing nothing but pumping smoke and mirrors arguments out there. And Billy Carson was correct, right? And what's it called? All the Christians ran with it because I was partial. I was not biased. I was partial and showing transparency in the debate. And a lot of people didn't like that. And I was saying, no, Billy Carson won regardless of how you feel about him. And when Cedric addressed all of his arguments that he's going to be making, that opening was so critical, it literally disarmed JJ. I mean, JJ literally has in his presentation, A, Christopher Columbus existing, B, Christopher Columbus landing in the Americas in 1492, C, he didn't even know that his source trying to prove that Christopher Columbus, the E1, B1A, or EN2 genetic, that wasn't even talking about pre-Columbus. That was talking about via the transatlantic slave trade. And I had already pulled the source, and I said, let's just deal with the source material, because you know what he could have easily said? Hey guys, you know what? I got a little bit overzealous in that debate. I was wrong. Thanks, Chris, for showing me where I'm flawed at. I didn't sit up there and cross-reference that information. Maybe I'll do that next time. Boom, game over. Everybody's happy. Nobody mad. But I told you, I'm gonna be critical of you if you come over there, because Cedric didn't want to come up at the time, and Cedric knows, the pseudo killers know, Juju know, I'm gonna be very transparent and showing you these first 2 rounds of this debate. And your first 2 rounds were flawed. You were literally showing sources that agreed with Cedric's position. Cedric showed you the primary sources that Christopher Columbus existed. Cedric showed you where your arguments were flawed at. Cedric set up there and proved Christopher Columbus existed. Cedric disarmed you in the Q&A, which was so sad. And every time you tried to sit up there and throw out a smoke and mirrors argument, Cedric said something very beautiful. JJ, stop. Because every time Cedric asked him a direct question in the Q&A, JJ 7000 would sit up there and preface his speech with, ladies and gentlemen, as you all can see, Cedric said, stop. I'm asking you a question. Where is the Malian anchors? Well, I don't know. I didn't debate that. I didn't research that. Well, if you did not research that, and the fact that you presented that as evidence, what somebody else said, which was very scarce at best, lets us know you weren't cross-referencing anything. You thought that we were going to sit up there and take that at face value. And when that didn't work, And when Cedric asked you and pressed you on that, you began to melt down. The only critical thing I have to say about Cedric in that debate is one, next time you get somebody like that and you got him, you dagger his ass and you make him look stupid. You stay right there and you ask, why don't you? The only bit of information that he provided to try to prove that they landed, guess what? He had no source material for it, no primary sources for it. You could have went to the Smithsonian, and the Smithsonian, who are the leading experts on archaeology in the United States and abroad, would have showed it. So what I'm sitting up here saying is I did it transparently, and he did not want to do that. What he wanted to do is just get on my platform after I told him I'm not doing that to Paradigm Shift TV. I'm not going to sit up here and render a judgment on over Paradigm Shift TV. That is Bianchi's platform. But what he did was he decided to have a meltdown. I want to give it to Cedric at this point, but the bottom line was that performance with JJ, and I can literally show you 3 sides that agreed. And I'm gonna pull them real quick while Cedric is talking. I'm gonna show you that those slides agreed with Cedric. And then what he tried to do, create slippery slopes, create smoke and mirror arguments, and then create straw mans and say things that Cedric didn't even say. So, I mean, and even Ivan Van Sertima said, yeah, I gotta revise that work. Yeah, I kind of got that wrong. But it was bad on top of bad on top of bad. In other words, he was trying to present y'all a steak dinner on top of a garbage can, a lid. That's what he was trying to do. And even that wasn't good enough. You dig? So he can get mad at me all he wants. I told him I'm going to be transparent because I'm not going to be having Ankh and everybody looking at me and my audience looking at me saying, why you only rooting for one person? I showed Cedric's opening, flawless. It was flawless, Cedric. I had no problem with it. It was flawless. JJ tried to rebut, and I said, hold on. JJ, you said he didn't show no sources. His opening was layered with sources. I counted 4 on one slide alone. So I kept saying, why won't you just say that, oops, I made a mistake here? Because you know now you can't argue no more. You know now that you can't sit up there and pander to the audience that you want. So you can get up here and call everybody faggots. You can't even, you can get up here and try and attack the LGBTQ community. You can get up here and try and say black existentialism, which you know nothing about. You probably read some bullshit somewhere and don't know what the fuck you're talking about, as we proved already. That all of a sudden is, and if it did support lesbian black women and gay black men, so goddamn what? So goddamn what?
Chris, you know black existentialism is my bag. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about.
What the fuck is he talking about? He did not. He gonna go to his channel. He gonna get 5 views. Bunch of stupid monkeys looking at his shit, running around telling everybody like over here at Team Osiris or Black Intelligentsia, Guerrilla Family, that we're wrong. Somehow we're wrong and he's right. Nigga, you didn't even know that the source you was using was a woman. You said it was a male. You didn't even notice the basics.
The classic Craig. He the GOAT.
He goes too.
So I've said my case. I was very transparent at it. As you guys know, tomorrow is my birthday. I will be going live. Excuse me. I love sounding like this. Fuck you. Fuck your feelings. Fuck your scholarship. Fuck how you feel. It is what it is. I went over it fair and square. Hey.
You see, JJ jumped on him. And he jumped on the same narrative that was created post-debate. And the reason why I didn't go into much detail about the evidence for Columbus, because at the moment I have primary sources. I refer you to a museum. That is substantial evidence to corroborate my case. Furthermore, we alluded to and illustrated that there were also corroborating letters from his crew members. But you see, in this debate community, disingenuousness is a real thing. At no point in time should I have been arguing the affirmative. the consensus, whether we like to accept it or not. Shout out to Sean, right? Because you have your own methodology, and yeah, again, peer review is a process, consensus is a thing. So from the moment I am standing on the side of the consensus, I need not go into a 20-minute diatribe. Now, everybody remembers my opening statement. I started by stating clearly my mission was to debunk J.J. 7000's pseudo-scientific claims. I was there because JJ had falsified sources running around the community talking about he has genetic evidence. You see, but JJ is so limited in his debate vocabulary. He thinks by making me go first, all of a sudden I have to acquiesce to a faulty premise, which is now going into all the data which establishes a consensus. That's a matter of fact. That's not a dispute anymore. So acquiescing to that debate title and assuming I did not do what was necessary based on a debate title is disingenuous. My objective was clear. My objective was to prove that JJ's position was ultimately flawed, errored, and not based on nothing credible. So at the end of the day, his position that Africans were here before Columbus was disproven by every metric. Every round, I kept referring to this establishes the fact that Africans came here post-Columbus. That means after discovery of Americas. That means with the slave trade. Every single round that was illustrated. JJ had nothing. You know what was the saddest? JJ's third round. You know what JJ did? How do you cross-reference? These are the steps that you cross-reference. He takes that, puts it there, and tells everyone that he cross-references sources. If you go to his last slide, where his sources are mentioned, it is not linked to any particular topic.
I got that up right now, Sid. I got it up right now.
Thank you.
That's one of the things I brought up. I hate to cut you off, bro, but it's such a disgusting display of scholarship, and that's why I wanted to bring this up. Let's let him talk on his own, and this is what I wanted to do. Look at what this source says right here before we go here.
Hey, Classic, run the panel, Classic. I'll be right back.
Now, Classic Craig, look at what this says right here. Let me do a full screen. He presented Columbus' arrival in the Americas led to the erasure of indigenous peoples. Their cultures, histories, and contributions were ignored or suppressed. The myth of Columbus' discovery perpetuates this erasure, implying that the Americas were uninhabited before his arrival. This myth has been used to justify European colonization and the exploitation of indigenous peoples. This is saying that Columbus arrived, dumb. And Columbus did not discover America. Indigenous peoples were already here. That's what this is saying, dumb. The argument is over. You don't know what you're reading. You're not comprehending it. It's right here. The myth of Columbus' arrival is simply that he discovered America and that there was nobody here. That's the systemic racist portrayal of his voyage over here to Americas. That's what this is saying. A third grader could read this.
And again, that's a narrative created after Columbus, because in Columbus' own writing, he describes the people that he met.
Look, here it is. Look at what this says. So he said, "Oh, we didn't. Look at this right here." Speaking all very fast over it. Let me calm down a little bit. He starts speaking very fast over these sources, so you can't read them, or because a pseudo doesn't want you to vet him. Remember, a pseudo always dies at his own source. Look at what it says in the very next line. Columbus' treatment of indigenous peoples was brutal and racist. He enslaved, tortured, and killed many indigenous people, viewing them as inferior. So this is agreeing with Cedric's stance. You can't read this and then sit up there and create a slippery slope off this. This daggers you. Where's the source for this at? Where did you pull this from? You're go ahead, Cedric. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
I know. I just was saying, how is this relevant to your argument? Like, how does this help you, bro? How? And again, you're claiming to dispute Columbus's presence in the Americas, but everything you're doing is establishing his presence in the Americas. Make it make sense. Here, this was classic. Go ahead, Chris.
Okay, so let me find something here. Oh, here it is right here. Okay, so as you guys can see, the RM269's arrival in the Americas. Now, it clearly tells you that it was a late arrival in the Americas, which means the European brought it over here. I was going to ask him about this source. What was your point of bringing this and showing this? How does this prove Christopher Columbus does not exist? These are smoke and mirror arguments, which I'm talking about. You just putting random sources up here or random text because it's not a source, and you're arguing it. It's talking about RM269's arrival into the Americas, which means Europeans brought it over here. Guess what? Origin, Spain, Italy, France. Where was Christopher Columbus from? Spain. You daggered yourself here. This is simple. How you hollering at Cedric lost the debate? I'm looking right at it. You're flawed. Here, let's go to this next slide. This was simple. Hold on, here it is. All right. All right, here we go right here. Another dagger to his own argument. Look at what this says. It says, source, Smithsonian 2018, Native American populations descend from 3 key migrations. That's a straw man. Cedric wasn't arguing where they come from. 2, African ancestry in pre-Columbian Americas. Okay, trans-Pacific contact between Africans and Native Americans 3,000 to 5,000 years ago. African genes found mainly in Brazilian and Caribbean Native American populations. Well, Brazil certainly isn't the Americas now, is it? That's a totally different argument, right? So, the supplemental table 2, African ancestry percentages in pre-Columbian groups. Brazilians, 2.4, Caribbean, 2.1. Wait a minute, those aren't Africans then. Those aren't Africans. That's clearly some admixture going on there.
That's genetic noise.
That's genetic noise. That's not an African. So you don't even know how to read the percentages in this shit. And I've been telling people for years on YouTube, if you don't understand genetics and you're not a geneticist, and you're not trying to understand it honestly, stay out of it. How is an African 2% African? Like, get out of here. You don't know what you're
0.6 to 2.1. When you're doing the DNA, right, what you got is statistics. What you're seeing there is noise, statistical noise. That doesn't represent admixture. That is probably through ancestry of early migration. So It goes way and way back. So it's just some background noise of early evolution. It is not evidence of direct contact or migration. That is nonsense. To pull 0.6 to 2%, that doesn't classify as any type of admixture or contact.
Exactly.
Real quick, Chris, yeah. I need you to remove your screen. You can pull it back up as soon as this over with.
Got you.
Cedric, I need you in particular to pay attention to the screen. We had to make sure we acknowledged you as the official tissue.
Yes, sir.
Lions Den world champion.
Yes, sir.
It's a job, but somebody's got to do it. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. Pseudo killers. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Got them in the scared, so the killers on the prowl. Put them in the water, watch them drown. Pop your head up, I'll push it down. Hunting for these scammers in the streets. So many pseudos, it's an all you can eat. Step in the ring, come face to feet. Humble yourself at the masses' feet. It's a full-fledged circus with a bunch of clowns. Classes in session, out of clown to clown. Tigers in the circus, they scream and growl. Science is my whip, let me tame them down. I'm the ringmaster, come take a bow. Science is king, let me show you how. Heavy is the head, let me wear the crown. Got them scared, pseudo killers on the prowl. Put them in the water, watch them drown. Pop your head up, I'll push it back down. I'm an inspiration, imagine that. Holler pseudo killers when they spitting raps. That's game over, nigga, calling cap. I said I had enough, now I'm clapping back. Step in the ring, I'm on the attack.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. I appreciate that.
Congratulations.
Oh
Cedric.
man.
Listen,
man.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gotta get at a 10-second applause. Salute.
Hey, I gotta say this, man. JJ stripped you of the belt because he got mad, not because you lost. He got mad, right? So guess what? When he was asleep, when he was drunk, on this goddamn kitchen table, walked in there, he didn't lock the door. You know what I'm saying? I just snacked that mug, had DMG repair it and get all the goddamn cheap economy liquor off that motherfucker, cleaned it off, put a little touch to it, and kabam! The Lions Den belt is back with the official.
Congratulations, man. We happy to have you bring that title over to the Versus series.
Yeah. And y'all know, ain't nobody in the Lions Den could come take that away.
Yeah, man.
I'm retired with that one.
So look, salute to MVP Chris Harris. Celebrate your day tomorrow, my bro.
Shout out to Chris,
I'm gonna hit you up on Thursday. Hopefully, I'll be able to add to the good news, and we can lock down a date for that situation we're trying to do.
Yeah, and we could definitely dual stream that because I'm gonna show him where his New Testament is flawed, and I can tell him before he even gets started. There were no fulfillment citations in your earliest New Testament text. So where did those fulfillment citations come from? You're dead on that, Mr. Robert Ash, Dr. Robert Ash, may I say, excuse me respectfully. So you're in trouble. Oh, you in trouble. I'm on you. Hey, shout out to the pseudo killers. Cedric, I'm pretty sure you could do all the work, but hey, if you go to the 2 hour and 24 minute mark, you clearly says that. I mean, JJ shows a slide that says post Columbus and pre Columbus.
Hey, Classic, go ahead and take over, man. I gotta hit the bricks, but go ahead and take over. Salute to the.
Shout out to Gaya.
Salute to Sid. Hey, I feel like Sid need to crack that top 8, man, come April, man.
Yeah, so Sid trying to get ranked. We have a ranking.
You need to debate Solar on that AIDS thing. Just go ahead.
The debate.
Oh, hey, real quick, Classic, before I go. Solar Mind, listen, the invitation is open, my guy. Come on over to the Versus series as a debater. You can't come over as a platform runner or a promoter because I got that handle. But come on over as a debater and get that work from the Lions Den world champion, the pseudo slayer representing the pseudo killers, Cedric Ortega. Come on over to the Versus series and get that work, my brother. Invitation.
The title is already locked, so you know what it is. It's just about logistics at this point. First, I'm gonna take care of Lex Vortex. He's been ducking me for 2 years. I finally got him pinned in the corner, so I'm gonna take his food off his plate too, and then I'm gonna deal with the conspiracy theorists in our community. I'm a pseudo killer. I'm a
pseudo slayer.
I'm gonna leave the Bible stuff to my back buddy here, Chris. Cause ain't nobody getting around except the Chris.
I'm trying to get at these cats about intelligent design right now and tell them they can get rid of that too.
Watch that debate with Lex Vortex. The title is DNA. intelligently designed, or blind evolution. We got to work out the date. We're gonna work out the kinks. Y'all know I'm debating on Paradigm Shift. It's gonna be a collaboration with the Pseudo Killers, but yeah, look out for that one. I'm bringing that one to the platform right after that. Alex Solar Mind is in the works, and of course, I'm gonna have that discussion with the street apologists. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We working.
So
I'm the methodological naturalist, the imperialist, and the epistemologist.
And look, let me go and put this out here because it's gonna happen. I ain't gonna jinx it. Let me go and put this out here. We working on Chris Harris versus my brother. Y'all know him, pastor and apologist extraordinaire Robert Ash. We working on something with him and MVP Chris Harris. That's gonna be a battle of the Titans. So we got a date. We just got to make sure both parties can make it, and we definitely gonna make that happen. Both are interested. We just got to lock down the date. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there as well. Shout out to Domo with that $10 super chat. Appreciate that, bro.
chats now.
All the heavyweights are in the building. Shout out to
And real quick, I don't want to say nothing too specific publicly, but I gotta drop a bomb for my sister Juju. She know what it is. I appreciate you. You did me in tonight. I almost passed out. But salute to you. I appreciate you, sis. Definitely appreciate the support.
What's the cash app?
It's at the bottom of the screen. $DMG DAPOET.
Okay.
Hey, yo, DMG, we also got to announce Dr. Too Sweet, our social media champ, is getting back in the ring with the one and only Naphtali.
Oh!
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, listen, y'all folks, y'all don't know what y'all hearing here. Paradigm Shift is on fire. Damn, this is hot stuff coming up, yo. Okay.
I believe it's on the 12th. I gotta see when their face-off is.
I believe it's April 12th. We gotta confirm with our sister Neptalia and Dr. Too Sweet on the face-off. But I think they got their subject. So, but we'll see.
Let me tell you this. After Chris's debate, we're gonna change his name to Chris AK-47 Harris.
Oh man.
AK-47. Y'all gonna get shot up. Don't. I'm warning y'all. Keep your congregation away. Hide your degrees. If you're coming with your Christian apologetics to my brother Chris MVP Harris, it's gonna be a cold night, a long night, and a painful one.
Yeah, and remember, family,
I destroyed politics.
Remember, every debate starting in April, every debate on the Versus Series is a paid debate. If it's a championship debate, the champ will get $100. The challenger will get $50. If it's two contenders trying to get ranked,
Me.
what's that?
How is there a champion without me?
Oh,
I just thought I'd throw that in there. Real quick.
Hey, Pan, you hear MVP talking, man. You hear him talking. But look, if you're trying to get ranked and it's a contenders match, that'll be $50. So it'll be $100 debate, $50 a piece. If it's a debate where people trying to become contenders, it'll be $50 or $100, $50 a piece. So we got the pay structure set. When we start our tandem series, I haven't figured out how we're gonna do the tandem series because that's the equivalent of our tag team division. So the tandem division is gonna be a little different with the pay structure. We got to figure that out because I don't know if I'm gonna do 50 and 50 and keep the same pay structure or should it increase because it's a tandem division. I feel like if they got to split $50, then they got to split $50. If they got to split 100, then they got to split 100. But then we'll figure that part out. We're gonna work that out. But we do have a tandem division coming up. We got a world title defense coming up on Friday, April 4th, 7:15 Central Time. Pandemus versus James Cassell for the Versus Series undisputed world title. The undisputed, distinguished world champ Pandemus is defending the title against the Argument King James Cassell. This is the tagline, family. Is there a God? Atheism versus deism. There can only be one king. So y'all tune in for that Friday, April 4th. Following that, on April 9th, we got the Fit Barber, the man who brought that luscious beard back for your boy DMG. The Fit Barber taking on Michael Everett. The question is, do Black people have culture or do we have cancer? That's Wednesday, April the 9th. Fast forward to April 14th. We got our boy Najiti versus our brother Courtney Thompson. We got Christian on Christian violence. When did the Exodus occur? That's on April 14th at 6:15 Central Time. And again, we got Neftali and Dr. Two Sweet coming up. Craig, tell them that date again. The Versus Series is live in 2025. Chris Harris and Robert Ash is coming soon. We got Lex Vortex versus Cedric Ortega coming soon. Versus Series is live in 2025, family. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm going to take my leave. Craig, keep it going. MVP, Cedric, stay on long as y'all want to. My casa, su casa. Salute.
Peace. Thank you, DMG.
Yeah, it's on the 12th of April, man. We
Yo.
come down to Neftali and Dr. Two Sweet, man. It's going to be a hell of a debate, man. Come by, subscribe, like, share, support. Those two ladies are going to go in, and it's going to be fire. I can't wait personally myself to see the champ go at the one and only Neftali. But I just got to say this. Hey, both of y'all, MVP Chris Harris, Pseudo Slayer said, hey, bro, y'all two did an excellent job breaking down the fallacious frenzy of foolishness that JJ brought up. You know what I'm saying? F, and F. Y'all did a hell of a job. You know what I'm saying?
Fallacious frenzy of foolishness.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, so I wanted to show everybody, like, I got a debate coming up on the fraud Muhammad real quick. So if you guys, I wanted to show you guys something because I'm doing a lot of cross-referencing real quick. If you could just share my screen, I want to show people what I was doing when I turned on YouTube and I saw that you guys were on here. And I said, well, let me jump on here real quick. Is there a way I could share my screen? I just wanted to show somebody something.
Yeah. Hold up, Chris. I got
Can you do it? Yeah. I just want to show something real simple. Instead of believing what somebody said, I said, let me look at this myself. So I went to the FBI vaults record. Now, this is on Wallace Farad Muhammad on his whereabouts and where he was last seen when he hauled ass. In other words, everybody knows his story. And what I wanted to do was figure out if he was really from New Zealand or Britain, as they were trying to say, the United Kingdom, that he was not from the Americas, right? Well, after reading the FBI records on him, and this is considered a secondary tertiary source. Am I correct here, said this would be considered a secondary tertiary source, not a primary source.
Yes.
But when I was looking at it, it said that the findings to come where he truly came from were unfounded. They don't know where he came from, right? So the FBI can't even put a tail on him. So this is just a way that how I try to cross-reference when somebody tells me something. Now, I just don't go use the FBI record, but the FBI records shows that they were trying to shut down the Nation of Islam as a cult in the United States because of certain communistic traits that they had, characteristics that they were carrying within the organization. So of course, you know, the United States government going to try and shut this down, but I decided to go here to try and cross-reference some things. So, it clearly says that it was unfounded, but we know that Farad Muhammad ain't God or wasn't God at all because he wouldn't have been on the run like he was. So I just want to show people how to properly cross-reference things versus believing what somebody said. You know what I'm saying? So
I just want to show that it's really unimportant and insignificant to what Cedric is up here talking about. But I just want to show people like this is what I was doing. I was really getting into this report here, and there's some interesting things that's being said about this gentleman right here. So this is all for a debate I got coming up. And I just want to show some things. Like there's no such thing as bad information. All information is great information because information is power. And because of the Freedom of Information Act, there are many, you should not be ignorant to things such as Christopher Columbus not existing, nor should you be teaching anything like that. It's complete tomfoolery. And it's just something that we don't have to do anymore. So step your game up, people, because you will get vetted if you step in front of me. And for you Asiatic maniacs that's out here, I got a big surprise for y'all on that shit. I'm going to show y'all where all that shit came from, too. So Classic Craig, Cedric Ortega, thanks guys for letting me on. I got to continue studying here for this upcoming debate here because Timothy Drew gonna get crushed also with this Asiatic maniac nonsense stuff. So with that being said, guys, peace out. I'm out.
All right, MVP. Appreciate you, Chief. Oh man. Hey, you there, Sid?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Let me get the screen and everything correctly back up. Hold up right quick. But I just gotta say this though, man. Hey, that was a hell of a debate again, though. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a debate again.
So let me put one more point here to rest real quickly. Share my screen for a sec.
Yes, sir.
So
it's all you, champ.
So to finally put an end to that whole discussion, the DNA study confirmed Christopher Columbus' remains are entombed in Seville. So to answer that silly question JJ was continuously making about the three places his bones are supposedly buried, and all of that jazz, we now have a definitive study, 2024, just conducted. Scientists in Spain claim to have solved the two lingering mysteries that cling to Christopher Columbus more than 5 centuries after the explorer died. Are the much-traveled remains buried in a magnificent tomb in Seville Cathedral really his? And was the navigator who changed the course of the world history really from Genoa? A history long claim, and he actually was Basque, Catalan, Gallic, Greek, Portuguese, and perhaps Jewish descent. The answer to the first question is yes, and the second question is wait until Saturday. The long-running and often comprehensive theorizing has not been helped by his corpse posthumous voyages. You see? So now, Columbus's bones were moved, although Columbus died in Spain in the city of Valladolid in 1506. See, he died in 1506. He wanted to be buried in the island of Hispaniola, which is today divided into Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Yes, the cathedral in downtown Distrito Nacional, Distrito Colonial in República Dominicana, in Dominican Republic, in the historical district, there's the first cathedral built in the Americas, and it is claimed, right? It's claimed, you see a vault to the ground, and it's claimed that this is where his remains are buried, just like they do for different type of historical figures. They have claims that their remains are buried in a particular place, right? And his remains were taken there in 1542, moved to Cuba in 1795, and then brought to Spain, to Seville in 1898 when Spain lost control of Cuba after the Spanish-American War. So again, JJ was proving, to stop sharing my screen, the disingenuousness of JJ bringing up the fact that his bones supposedly are buried in 3 different places is completely fraudulent. They were moved. They were brought back to Seville. And now that study was being done to confirm, yes, this is his final resting place and where his genetic origins come from. Because the dispute is whether he's come from Italy or from Portugal. That's still a dispute, right? So that's going to get confirmed. I could read further and see what was confirmed. But the whole thing of the disingenuousness when we're debating, people, I understand it's a competition, you're trying to win. But winning based on lies, JJ should have been disqualified for bringing fraudulent sources and the nonsense that he was doing. He should have simply been disqualified for his academic dishonesty. Again, clear to see that his wild claim of Columbus being buried 3 different places, supposedly at the same time, that's why I rebutted him in the answer round. I wouldn't expect anyone to be buried in 3 places at the same time. That's completely ludicrous. And you can see the data again proves them completely false. And as of 2024, we are confirmed that the mysterious bones of the man that didn't exist for the genetic material that JJ presented for the man that didn't exist is in Seville, Spain, buried there. The dude that JJ claims we don't have any evidence for and is a myth and doesn't exist. What more? There's not much more you can say after that.
Yo, that is said. The Pseudo Slayer and the Lions Den champion giving you that educational message that was brought to you by Common Sense. Zed can explain it to you. Somewhere. I don't know where.
JJ just watched. Shout out to JJ though. JJ's my boy. I like JJ as well as he is. You just gotta like JJ.
Listen, he all right. He just need to quit with his propaganda. You know, one thing I hate. This is the only thing I hate about JJ. Shout out to Lord Banu, the Mecca. You know what I'm saying? But this is the only thing I hate about attacking and beating up on JJ for his bullshit. So many people feel sorry for his ass, and they jump straight in. Don't know what the fuck going on. Why are you beating up on JJ?
Because he wild and out of pocket.
JJ, you fiend.
The reason I took the debate, everyone knows, is because JJ was running around the community claiming he had genetic evidence. I'm all sourced up. These are the sources right here. He's showing everyone these sources, flashing them on the screen. And he would not even, and when he was having the discussion with Ankh and Super Wavy, when he brought up the claim of genetic evidence, and Ankh told him, pull up one of the sources, let's go through it. He refused to pull the sources. When JJ thought no one would debate him, JJ goes and plasters these 8 sources on his Facebook page. I take these sources and I vet them. Each one. I run them through the bot. I put them in Google. I go into the actual journals. I type them in. Nada. 0. These are fabricated sources. That level of disingenuousness is why I took the debate. JJ flim-flammed everybody, created a narrative that he is now running with because of irresponsible commentary. Acknowledge what the consensus is, understand what it is, and keep it moving. Do not acquiesce to JJ's false claim, because now JJ is running around the community claiming that Columbus is a myth. He's regressing instead of progressing. That's a regression in thought. How do you become a myth after having a primary source? How do you become a myth after having offspring? The man had children. You know that we use his genetic material from his offspring to know where he was. We use the genetic material from his brother, who is also deceased, and we know where he was buried to cross-reference. That's how we know who he is. There is no superstition, there is no mystery, there is no Jesus in this equation. We have well-established factual information. You have letters between the crown and the individual himself, which JJ brought to us in his question. He referenced a letter between the queen and between the monarchy and Columbus. Like, what more do you do? So that false narrative that we haven't established, or there's hard fact that Columbus exists, right, is a bunch of nonsense. Stop it. That's not no dispute. Go over to Honey Clark's channel. She did a 27 minute expose, complete breakdown. If you missed the class in high school, go over there and get the facts.
The channel's called The Bar Reloaded, ladies and gentlemen.
The Bar Reloaded. Shout out to my sister Honey Clark. Right? Excellent breakdown. There is no dispute about this stuff. Diseases. If there was contact prior to Columbus, pre-Columbian era contact, JJ, pre means before Columbus, post means after Columbus. If there were pre-Columbian contact with old world people, we would have seen the disease. When Columbus got there would have been only Africans, because we would have wiped out most of the indigenous folk just by means of the disease.
Facts. Exactly. You would see us in the Native Americans, or the Native Americans in us. You know what I'm saying? You see that. And, you know, African Americans don't really have 0 to none Native American DNA. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, a lot of people just don't want to look into that, you know. I mean, come on, man.
By every metric. The reason I focused on the genetic evidence, because JJ in his opening, remember, this is going to be about migration, human migration. Well, everything about human migration contradicts your position. The Native American genetic makeup comes from the Bering Strait migration. We see a downward development, and there's later on a sudden influx via Chile from the Pacific. At no point in time is this African contact and pre-Columbian. So by no metric, none whatsoever, did JJ establish any genetic evidence. He could not even point to any. He was totally disarmed. Whichever scholar he was going to use, which he keep referring to Dr. Theodore Skur, so he was disarmed. He could not bring none of that misinformation. He still eventually presented the genetic noise, the statistical noise, as evidence for pre-Columbian contact, which is disingenuous, without presenting that tied to a source. He just threw that up there. So again, you don't acquiesce to a faulty premise. The debate title, again, nowhere in actual scholarship would that be a subject. That's not a research question in 2025, nor has it been for the last 200-300 years. It's not a research question. That's a well-established fact. That's why we use words like consensus. I am not going to talk about Newton sitting under the tree and the apple hitting him in his head and talk about that whole narrative to prove to somebody why I know gravity is what it is. Bullshit. Bullshit. If you need me to prove gravity in a debate where I'm discussing buoyancy and gravity is in the formula of buoyancy, and you tell me I didn't prove gravity, well, I need to send you back to school. I ain't doing that. That's not the subject matter. That's not the point I'm addressing. That's a side issue. It's a well-established fact. I mentioned that. Then I get on to addressing what I intended to do in my opening. That's why the opening is important. Have I achieved my objective? My objective was clear in the first sentence. I'm here to debunk the pseudo-scientific claims JJ is making. That's the only thing I set out to do. JJ doesn't set the narrative for what I need to do during the debate. If he, and I stated it clearly, if you're listening, if he has a problem with the consensus, he has to now go and show why this, and that is not credible. The burden of proof was still on JJ because consensus means I don't have that burden of proof. Anyone understanding debate, understanding the terminologies I use, understood how screwed JJ was. It's a
See,
chess move.
I'm gonna say this too. You know, to say it, you went super academic, but I'm gonna break it down just so people can understand. Basically, the consensus is what's proven to be factual. Basically, what said you cannot argue with the facts that have proof that make them factual. It is impossible, a waste of time, foolish, ridiculous. Every word that pretty much represents, you know, something that's just
Tomfoolery.
yeah, hogwash.
Nonsense.
You know what I'm saying? All of that. You know, so I'm just saying the consensus are the facts, the proof, everything, the research that's proved to be what we know as true. That's what the consensus is. But you know, a lot of people, they just what I hated what the debate said, and what a lot of people was pushing. It's the white man science. The white man. The white man. I'm so sick of the white man. Like I'm sick of agent, operative, spy, covert agent, all that. You know what I'm saying? They all the white man. The white man is the greatest villain ever. Not white people. The white.
The ubiquitous white man. Yeah,
That's one white man.
Yeah, he's hanging on the words of the white man. That consensus is a white man. You believe the white man? No.
I believe ISBK, the white man was the devil and the serpent in the garden. The white man. Not white people. The white man. That one white man. That one.
Prester John.
Yeah, that one. He might be connected to Prester John. Shit. You know what I'm saying? That one. Yep. Conspiracy theory. I smell a new one. It was born right here on Paradigm Shift TV 314 by an expert named Sid Ortega.
Prester John.
Yep.
Is the white man.
Now to go. Secret of immortality, the fountain of youth. See, I want you to see. You see how woke we are. We're just woke.
How you think the white man can have his foot on your neck for 400 years? That same white man, he found the fountain of youth, Prester John.
Guess what? The fountain of youth. Carbon. Melanin. Stealing our melanin. Matter.
Alkaline.
Alkaline. Mixing it all together to preserve his life. Kill us, Sid. The government gonna kill us because we found out this knowledge. The ancestors came down and vibrated enough to give us the energy and the thought to understand.
It was in this moment of harmony that I felt my chakra rose, my root chakra rose, and you see how I'm sweating, my crown chakra is opening. We are getting divine inspiration. That's what's going on.
Yep, we're channeling, we're manifesting.
The universe is talking through us to you.
You feel these damn vibrations? You feel them? You feel these vibrations? Knowledge is coming to us right now. Open your third eye. Overstand. Open your third eye. And not only that, solar flex and let the solar energy come down and unlock your melanin.
Yes, that is key. Get up in the morning, sun gaze. Let the energy of the first morning sunlight feed you. You don't need food. You need the sun, because humans are energy. We are light. We are carbonated beings. We are created of the light. We are stardust.
We are stardust. We are stardust. We are radiated stardust. That's what we are. We are the universe. We are gods.
We are gods. Without us, the universe has no way to acknowledge itself. Without us, God cannot be recognized as God. So we are the gods recognizing the God within us and seeing the power of God outside of us.
Just like with the great doctor, the greatest doctor ever. He said, fuck broccoli. Like Yada said, fuck them cows. They genetically engineered creatures.
Yeah. the genetically engineered food, all that, feed off the sun. Because GMO, you know, selected the way we, you know, you take the biggest apple and you take the seeds from that biggest apple and you plant it because you're thinking, well, the tree from that apple is going to give you big apples. And then from that tree, you take the sweetest one, the biggest and sweet. See, genetic engineering, folks. Selective breeding. We're aliens. We've been created by the Anunnaki. It's within
From
our.
the Bureau. From the Bureau.
We got that fusion from chromosome 2.
New York tried to tell us. The government stopped them. The government kidnapped Dr. York. Matter of fact, that's the clone in there. The real one is on the Bureau. We waiting for the green light.
Yeah.
Another thing, folks, before the government try to stop us, he could have saved the conscious community.
Y'all, listen, don't talk about it. It's too hard now.
Exactly.
Y'all know what they do to strong black leaders like Umar Johnson and them.
Or Inky.
Enki.
Yeah.
Shout out to Enki.
Shout out to Inky. Yeah. That man had a mountain. White man took it.
Mountain of demineralized water. You take the minerals out of your body. You see, the minerals, usually, these white men want you to believe that the minerals are supposed to go into your body.
Uh-huh.
But Enki gives you the water to take the minerals out.
Just take it out. You might feel some dehydration or you might feel constipation, but that's the shit getting out of you.
Your kidneys, that pain you feel in the kidneys is the energy flowing in the right direction.
Yep. Your liver fucking failing and shit like that. That's failure getting out your liver.
Think about it.
You're dying.
Think about it.
Mind over matter.
Think about it. Think about it.
Wait, hold up. What's another one of our great doctors? Muhammad something. He does the DNA test to show that you're Native American.
Dr. Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
Dr. Muhammad Ali.
With the quantum back massager for $1,000.
Not to mention, listen, if I had known that I could just buy a machine and look at one drop of your blood and know what your ALT and SLT is. I know your cholesterol, your triglycerides, your sugar, your HB1C from a drop of blood on the finger. If I knew that, I wouldn't have wasted 5 years of my life going to school. I would have just gone to Muhammad Nahni.
And even just by the drop of your blood, I know how much money you can put down to buy my fucking product.
Yeah. Because the deficiencies that he is able to detect in one drop of your blood.
One drop.
One drop under this mysterious machine. One drop. What he's able to do, get you to buy $600-700 of product that are gonna deal with your liver, your kidneys, and don't forget when they hit you with the bath. That bath he does and pulls that black stuff off under your feet. That oxidization process, you know, that you just get when you put a little vinegar in the water.
Yeah.
That one.
Hey man, hold up. Let's stop. I don't feel like we're going too far, man. We're going too far, man. We're going too far. See, this is one thing about Paradigm Shit TV 314. We have fun just like this. Bro, we give everybody a chance to speak. I don't want nobody to think we biased because we don't care if you win or lose. You know what I'm saying? Just don't cry about it. And not only that, I'm going to just say this, right? Check this out. The reason why we doing this show for Sid right here is because the brother had a lot of negative light pointed towards him. I mean, brother was called, people call him coon, all this other type of just unnecessary bullshit over this fucking debate. Cedric is the blackest motherfucker, one of the blackest motherfuckers. I'm sorry. He ain't the only
Man,
one.
I got
the blackest motherfuckers on YouTube.
I got lupus. I got skin lupus. You don't get more African American than that, bro.
Yeah. So motherfuckers just need to just keep it a buck. You know, we had to do this for Sid. We had to crown him a Lions Den champ because all the slander this brother was getting was wild. And I'm gonna tell you this: I've done this same shit for JJ on this platform. While people are saying you didn't let JJ talk, oh no, I did the same thing for JJ. Yes, I have. I said all the crazy shit to JJ on live, off live, and I even apologized to JJ on Paradigm Shift TV 314. I take it back, but but I'm just saying, like we fair over here, man. This is what a neutral platform does. We allow a person to come up and talk with their grievance. We would let JJ talk and crash the hell out forever if he didn't get mad and just hang up, because the nigga just be so fucking angry. He just hung up. You know how JJ be.
Listen,
nigga be biting his own lip. He be so goddamn
I
mad.
keep telling this story every time, and I'm gonna keep saying, shout out to the God Killer, Ankh. I'm a never, and this is the type of brother I am. I'm loyal till I die. I've been watching the HOK from the time it got on YouTube. I mean, with Polite, with the black and white jacket, all them out there on 125th, and I'm looking at it, and I don't really believe this stuff, but I enjoy the black community. I enjoy the camaraderie. A lot of the stuff was pseudo, but it was a community, right? I was all bunch of characters and Shabazz, all of them. And then I saw the God Killer. Look, I've been an atheist from the time I've been 14, 15 years old, right? But when I heard that man say, I'm the real black atheist, I was like, what? That's my dude. Then I heard Ankh spitting the science. I'm like, okay, you see, my instincts are right. And then I kept seeing the hate. I keep seeing the side eye and the constant pressure. And he's out there alone. And I said, the day I get close to this man in these streets, I'm going to be knocking heads off, punching niggas out, because he's been right from the jump. Like, y'all ain't listening. Y'all playing this man down. Like, nah. So when I came in here, I knew what I was coming into. I knew that we represent something that is not the norm. I debate in the black conscious community, and I call the blackologists out. I tell everyone, my hero was my dad. So anybody is fair game to me. What's your elder is your business. I do not give a damn. I literally don't. Nobody is holy to me. But I stand on science, and I see the people I stand with have that level of integrity, have that level of self-respect, and have that level of love for the community. So I know that's why I call myself the boogeyman. But you see, the boogeyman is the real hero, because your kids gonna watch these videos. They ain't gonna get lost. They gonna ask you, Mom, Daddy, what's wrong with you? He's right. That's what we do it for. So, and in this community, all publicity is good publicity. We the pseudo killers. Anybody can get it. Anytime, anywhere. You call my name 2 o'clock in the morning on your platform, I might show up. Because I'm the boogeyman. So all that, yeah. It goes with the territory, but trust me, it don't faze me nothing.
And I just want to say this, man. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this isn't the last you see of JJ 7000. This isn't the last. Don't worry, folks. The villain of the hour will be back.
He'll be back
with the vengeance.
Yeah, vengeance.
Well, I might go on this call and see what JJ talking about. I know he gonna cuss a nigga out, boy. That nigga I know JJ gonna get in the nigga ass, boy.
Listen,
I might die, JJ.
Y'all gotta realize, right, that we are a dysfunctional family, right? JJ, I troll JJ every day. JJ, you still mad, JJ? Where's your next debate? We actually communicate. JJ be cutting me out. Like, we troll each other. Like, y'all don't take it too serious. Don't take it too serious. Trust me, because I don't.
Listen. Sometimes it'd be funny when JJ be losing his temper. He just be getting so mad. He turns so red. He just be yelling and screaming. He sound like a Neanderthal just roaring.
Y'all don't know who you messing with. I'm Landon Champion. I'm JJ 7000. I'm JJ 7000. Y'all fuck with me. Y'all don't know who I'm at. I'm the best bet ever. Y'all stupid. Y'all got no side shit. Y'all pseudo killers, a bunch of coons.
Hey, the reason why I didn't want him up here because I was gonna start mimicking him, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, no, don't put him up here. Now I gotta mimic the nigga. Damn, DMG. Now I gotta mimic the nigga. Cause one of my favorite things JJ be saying, what did you do? Huh? Nigga? Huh? Huh? And he be like, huh? Like, you know how them wild drunk. Huh? And he say, huh, so hard you jump. You like, God damn.
Shout out to JJ 7000. I told y'all it's gonna be 3 weeks of crash out after I crush JJ.
I know this gonna be at least 4 months, man. He ain't never gonna forget it. JJ don't forget. He ain't never gonna. He been mad at me ever since I was 23. I'm 31 now. He ain't. It's over. It's over, bro. It's over. Hey, you on that boy shit list like I've been on his shit list forever. Oh man. Oh, man. I'm gonna tell you one thing JJ said made me laugh, right? Like I'm gonna say this once, I'm gonna say it. Now, motherfuckers know I got multiple jerseys, right? I got multiple Nike jerseys from different players, right? Like I got special jerseys too. Mitchell and Ness Nike, some Adidas too. Like this one, this is with a tribute to Biggie, right? So I'm like a jersey fanatic. I get them, I buy them, I sell them. You know, I make money off the shit too. It's like a little side hustle, you know. Now I got a walk-in closet. It's connected to my bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just want to be, you just want to see a little bit kabang. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's connected to my bathroom. Now,
Nice.
A lot of people say shit like in a lot of ways. Well, Craig, you live with your mother. You this, you that. Clearly, this is part of a master bedroom, and it's a walk-in closet. Now, JJ told me this, and this shit made me laugh. Right? You know what? You know what, nigga? You know what? You over there changing those jerseys in that closet. I think you're gay, nigga. And the moment we see you outside that closet, you done came out the closet. And you're gay! You're gay! I'm gonna tell the whole world. Man, that's the stupid shit this nigga be saying. And I got to listen to JJ. I mean, like, what the fuck wrong with this man, bro? Like, why is he...
It sound good like a rap bar, but outside of that, JJ.
The nigga's so deep and metaphysical. The nigga was like, he's in the closet. I don't see no woman around him. He's changing jerseys. He's gay. I knew it. He's gay.
He's in the closet. You see? That's why he's in the closet. Huh? Huh?
In the closet. What grown man records in the closet? Come out the closet. What are you hiding? That nigga, like, man, hey, bro, like, this nigga crazy as hell. Like, hey. Oh, man.
JJ is wild, yo. JJ is wild.
Foaming from the mouth of wild. But I don't give a fuck. We taking the Lions Den belt from him. We slapping JJ upside the head, taking the Lions Den belt and giving it to you, Sid.
Thank you very much. I earned that belt. I beat the brakes off Silky D. And just for the record, I got 4 debates under my belt so far in this league. 3 official and 1 we just chop it up. Debated Silky D on one Sarnetto's panel. That was a destruction. And then me and Wavy had a good debate on is the Bible an anti-African book. I think I did a wonderful job there. James Gassell got his ass handed to him from me. Yeah, y'all could go check out that debate on his channel and leave a comment. But go look at it. They flim flam. They do some wild stuff in these debate streets, but it's all part of the learning process. So I'm taking all of that into account. The fight starts with the title, obviously. Although in a real debate setting, the title just gives you an environment to argue. Your premise and your points that you are going to argue is what your debate stands and falls on. Of course, you have to be within the realm of the subject. But if I need to prove Columbus, and I do that by disproving JJ's claim, then I did my job, regardless. You see, that is a matter of reasoning, and it's a growth process for me and the community. Even when now I'm going to use a lot more animation and illustrations during my presentations. I'm going to make it a lot more interactive. No more excuses. When I beat them down, I'm going to beat them down.
Hey, make sure you put Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse there. You know what I'm saying? So people, so they can follow along. You see what I'm saying? Hey, you got to do that. You got to do that. But check it out, Sid. One of the problems I did have with most people was critiquing you. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's MVP Chris Harris, I'm not gonna get mad at that, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about just the entourage, right? Most people was critiquing you from a debater's point of view instead of a person wanting to get the information. They were critiquing you in a way like they could do better. They could have did better. You see what I'm saying?
But and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's listen. You engage in these dialogues, and it's content creation. So I expect platforms to break down, analyze what they would have done different, and it's all about the particular strategy. Again, my strategy was geared towards the claims JJ was running around the community making, and based on the dialogues that we had back and forth. Like if we were doing a grand scale production, right, and we put some clips up there of the pre-discussions and stuff like that, right, people would understand much more the framing and seeing the disingenuousness of JJ. I never made a claim. JJ made a claim which he refused to stand on, and he attempted the bait and switch. Again, based on the fact that I knew how I was going to attack his points, it made little less difference to me. What I did was quickly establish the consensus, because what JJ wanted me to do was run around for 3 rounds showing a fifth and sixth grade evidence of Columbus being here instead of debunking his pseudo nonsense. He tried to put me on the defensive, and I wouldn't allow that.
Yeah, and that was really tactical. But I'd have to say this, man. Yo, that was a hell of a debate. Who knows, man? JJ might be back if he act right. Maybe if he apologized to Sarnetta like he apologized to us, he can probably come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And JJ, get your weight up. Win a couple of real debates. Let me see some decent presentation, and I might give you a shot at your title.
Hey, I just want to tell everybody I appreciate y'all for coming out. Shout out to Sage. Shout out to the one and only Sage.
Juju.
Good juju, bad juju. I need to know how she got that name.
Oh, let me tell y'all. Let me give y'all.
No, I want her to tell me.
I'm gonna give y'all the tea. Juju bad, bro. Listen, Juju ain't no type to have one-on-one debate. Juju step in the ring and battle 3 brothers with 3 different positions at the same time. I've seen that. I've seen it live. Juju battling 3 brothers, each holding a pseudo position, and she battling all 3 at the same time. I've seen that.
I always say this, right? A logical woman, you can tell a logical woman. You know what I'm saying? You'll never get a logical woman out of character. And if you do get it out of character, it'll never make you look good at all, right? You never argue with a logical woman. Ever. No, you never do. Because it's different from an emotional woman. It's just everywhere who can't see. Juju can control herself, right? Juju when she was on the Ladies Night show, right? She said, "I'm not a victim, and I won't be a victim." I was like, "Oh shit!" You know what I'm saying? That's powerful.
Yeah.
So I gotta give it to Juju.
Juju might ride or die. Juju might ride or die, man. Like, yeah. Don't mess with Juju. And listen, I got people in this community that I will never ever speak to, cause stuff came out of their mouth wrong about Juju, bro. I'm that serious. Like, yeah. I don't mention certain people. Just don't mention their name, cause they came out of pocket. And for me, there's no going back. Just no going back. Like, no. Done. It's easy, it's cool, there's no animosity. I don't need to scream and I don't need to shout. You simply delete it. Like, nope.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, my Juju.
That's it. And see, I'm gonna tell you this, right? It's just like fucking Sage, right? She said Craig stands like somebody uncle on grill duty. You know what I'm saying? You know, just yeah, you know, I just wish we had that. What's it called? Like, you know, like, it is what it is. Fuck you, Sage. But anyway, but I just want to say this though. Love you much, Sage. Thank you, Juju. Yo, the Lions Den champion, Cedric. We got a lot going on Paradigm Shift TV 314. Shout out to my cousin, Super Wavy.
Yeah.
Live right now. Wavy said he wanted you should be a champion. Wavy got his wish. You will see Wavy more on Paradigm Shift TV 314. And support my brother's channel. Support Wavy's channel, but he having some wild shit that be going on over there, man. You get to see motherfuckers like Silky D, fucking Jalen, goddamn me, Bantu, Yaya, all the crew over there at Super Wavy's channel, man.
Wilding out, crashing out, and getting that work in. So y'all support Super Wavy. My brother, since he came on this platform, he's been consistent, putting that work in, day out, right? So we gotta support him, support the brother, right? And let us help our community grow. What I intended to do, right, is what I'm seeing, right? Building community, sharing videos, discussing, helping each other's platforms grow. That is what I think we supposed to do. That's real unity, right? And that's really helping each other out. So I appreciate you two brothers linking up. And again, I appreciate the home that I have on this platform as a debater, right? And again, I watch other environments, I watch other arenas, and this is what our community was missing, a true, pure debate platform. You can come up here, chop it up, judges. It's impartial, it's unbiased, and get that work in. And so shout out to Paradigm Shift, shout out to you, shout out to Craig, Ratchet Craig, and the infamous DMG. I appreciate you brothers so much. You have no idea. I really do, man. Really do.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It's Craig or Craig. It's Craig and Craig.
Yeah, we're really called the Craig and Craig Law Firm. Call each other. You know what I'm saying? Our slogan is, "Don't call us, we'll call you, maybe."
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm Classic Craig, and of course, Juju, you know Ratchet Craig. I gotta tell you the story of how he got his name. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very, very. It's not how it sounds. He does sound ratchet, but when I named him that, it wasn't because he sounded ratchet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just saying, but it is what it is. You know, very interesting story. Classic is CLASSICK. You know what I'm saying? That's how I spelled it. You know what I'm saying? And Craig is like CRAIG without the E. But Ratchet has an E at the end of his name. And that's when we first met each other, we argued about our names. Because I'm the real Craig. I don't got no goddamn E at the end of my name. He got an E at the end of his name. He's Craig E. I'm just Craig. So, you know. And he tried to say the E is silent. I said, that's bullshit. You know, we both got into it. I said, but yeah, it is, you know, but, you know, just to tell us apart, I was Craig, Classic Craig, and he was Ratchet Craig.
Ratchet Craig.
Not because he sounded ratchet. Not because he sounded ratchet. It's because he was trying to fool me with his ratchet sounding ass voice. He sounded too intelligent Well, he said things that was too intelligent for a ratchet ass drunk, and that's how I know he wasn't a drunk either.
Yeah, he no drunk.
He ain't no drunk.
Hell
Matter
no.
of fact, when Ratchet Craig get fully drunk, he start talking with full syllables. That's and his whole voice straighten up. When that Firebird, Wild Turkey, and Ciroc kick in, he start talking with full syllables. He talk like a very angry white man. Oh, who the fuck is you? Like, hey, I gotta report him next time he do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm talking to a police officer and shit. But I just, hey, I'm sorry. I'm just, man.
That's hilarious.
Hey, that's a secret though. That's a secret though. You probably gonna get attack a nigga, man. But I just, hey, we love you guys. Watch out for the new things we got on Paradigm Shift TV 314. I will be coming up back with my shows. A lot of people requested Classic Craig's Loud and Clears. They're gonna be wild. As you can see, I'm kind of wild at how I do things, you know. So it's gonna be fun. Look out, watch out for Ladies Night with Dr. Too Sweet. You know what I'm saying? You'll see stars like Sage, supernovas like Juju. You know what I'm saying? You'll see the whole gang. Shout out to Miss Barbara. Shout out to Tiffany Daniels. Shout out to the whole crew. Appreciate DMG for letting us come on the platform and rock out. And yo, Sid is the Lions Den champion. And remember, folks, JJ lost.
Fair and square.
Fair and square. He was his own worst enemy.
Hands down. Hands down.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, my brother. I'm a sign out. Yeah, it's about that time. Hit the bed. You know what it is. Grind in the morning. Peace, family. I appreciate everyone, and look out for more debates and more stuff here on Paradigm Shift. Look out for my next debate. I'm gonna see y'all soon.
All right.
Thank you, Sage. Appreciate it.
Sage, thank you. And I'll stop talking about my wardrobe. Listen, you the first. You know what? I'll deal with you later. But anyway, folks, we had a ball. We had a blast. Like DMG say, we'll be black at it again. Later.
Yeah. I know I got about 30 seconds to make y'all feel it before y'all turn it off these days. That I might not even release it. But I be doing this shit for me, help me get through. I feel like I give until I can't, but most don't recognize it till I ain't. Blood on them covers, she hoping paint. Sorry mama, but it ain't. This world took a toll on me, and everyone that say they love me always seem to follow me. The same one that call me great, treat me like I ain't shit. I read between the lines, it's written all over your eyes. I see the disappointment in the eyes of the ones who want me dead, but I ain't never been scared, I tried to get there. Sometimes I wonder if I survived or did I die on that ride to that hospital. Demons all around me, I am not mental. This game of life, it is not simple. Last time I was happy, I was popping pills.